Prowlers are back in Binghamton, trying to rebound from last night and snap a season-long skid. Good evening, everybody. Will Wiggleman here with you at Visions Veterans Memorial Arena. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. Despite what happened last night, this morning, the sun rose in the east. The Prowlers woke up in their beds at the hotel, and they got themselves another opportunity to go at the defending champs here tonight. Now, a few years ago, the Prowlers suffered their worst loss in franchise history, 13-2, at the hands of these Binghamton Black Bears here in this building. Why do I bring that up? Because the following night, the Prowlers scored 4 goals in the first 10 minutes of the next game and chased the starting goaltender that night. Maybe not the exact same thing will play out tonight, but it's a reminder that every game starts 0-0 and every game is worth just 3 points no matter what the scoreboard says. We'll see if the Prowlers can get something going early here tonight and maybe jump on the Black Bears to earn a split. We'll have much more coming up on the pregame show next. You're watching Port Huron Prowlers Hockey on the PHP Network.
Welcome to the new era of Prowlers Hockey. New owner, new store, new horn, fire, projectors on the ice. Yeah, this isn't your dad's McMorrin experience. This is Prowlers Hockey. Get your tickets for the show now at phprowlers.com/tickets.
Keep up with your Prowlers all season long on social media. Follow us on Facebook at the Port Huron Prowlers, Instagram at PHProwlers, and Twitter at PHProwlers. And you can find more information on our website, phprowlers.com.
Back here in Binghamton, Will Wiggleman with you on the PHP Network. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. Another night here in the home of the two-time defending champs, and we'll see if the Prowlers can find themselves a better effort here tonight. Execution was the big theme of my post-game interview with Prowlers Associate Head Coach Chris Paulin last night, and we'll see if they find the execution that they're looking for here in this one. But before we get to this game here tonight, let's take a look at what happened last night. A 9-1 win for the Binghamton Black Bears. Tied for the most goals the Prowlers have given up this season. Second time they've given up 9 to a team. First time it was against the worst team in the league, and last night it was against the league's best. Gavin Yates joined Connor Smith as the second player in Black Bears history with a 4-goal game, as he had 5 points, the most the Prowlers have surrendered to any player so far this season. Reed Cooper played less than half the game, gave up 5 goals on 22 shots. Prowlers Associate Head Coach Chris Paulin talked about how his team did not make it any easier on Cooper than it could have been, and unfortunately for the Prowlers, they end up taking the big loss in last night's game. But the good news is that game still only worth 3 points, just like every other, and the Prowlers with a chance to get another 3 points here tonight. And boy, will they need it, because the Topeka Scarecrows are right there. They are sneaking up on the Prowlers, now behind by just 5 points with still 5 games in hand. Scarecrows hosting the Biloxi Breakers again tonight, and that's not a team the Prowlers can rely on to steal points from the Scarecrows. Breakers, one of the worst teams over in the Continental Division. And when you looked at the schedule this summer, and I don't want to be sitting here making excuses and things like that, but you knew that Topeka was going to be a dangerous team, and not because of their roster, but because of their schedule. Lots of games against the weaker opponents, especially over in the Continental in Baton Rouge and Biloxi. So it was important for the Prowlers to do well last weekend. They had their sicknesses, they had their reasons, they had their issues, and Topeka took advantage. Prowlers are 3-2 against the Scarecrows this season, but again, Scarecrows are right there behind the Prowlers for second place in the Empire. Meanwhile, the Hat Tricks have jumped past the Blue Ridge Bobcats into fourth in the Empire. Bobcats, though, still with a couple of games in hand. Those two matching up again tonight after the hat trick took down the Bobcats in last night's affair. Let's take a look at our players to watch here tonight, and we start with the Black Bears, and if you thought their roster last night was scary, they're getting one of their best pieces back here tonight in Mac Jansen, as he was with the Adirondack Thunder last night in the ECHL this season. Team high 14 goals. He was tied by Yates last night for the team lead in goals. But again, back from the ECHL tonight, Mac Jansen, a huge piece for this Binghamton Black Bears squad, and another big piece of firepower that the Prowlers will have to worry about in this game. On the other side for Port Huron, they need to get the offense going, and a man that needs to be a catalyst of that is Arttu Heikkila. Had a very hot start to the season, but just 1 goal and 4 points over his last 11 games. And if he can get himself going, maybe that helps the rest of the Prowler offense. 6 goals, 6 assists, 12 points so far this year for the Finn. Take a look at where he might slot into the lineup here tonight. A couple of changes. Austin Federley, Jamie Bucell, and Reggie Millette will be the top line tonight for the Port Huron Prowlers. Bobby Price and Matt Graham and Arttu Heikkila. The second line as Heikkila reunites with Graham, switching spots with Federley. Now the Prowlers are without Ben Brockway tonight. He was unable to go, as I learned from him earlier this evening. So 11 forwards, 5 defensemen for Port Huron tonight. That means Brett Morick able to draw back in as one of the extra forwards. They announced the starting lineup for the Black Bears here in the arena. Let's show you the starting lineup for the team. You're watching Hit the Ice right now, the Port Huron Prowlers. And it will be that top line of Federley, Bucell, and Millette to start things off. Alex Johnson and Brett Lockhart on the defensive side, and Reed Cooper is back between the pipes for the Prowlers. We'll get the numbers on him in just a few moments on the other side of the national anthem. But the ice time will be a big thing to watch for the defensemen, with just 5 available tonight for the Prowlers. Well, the Prowlers and Meyer are teaming up for the Goals for Good program. For every goal the Prowlers score, Meyer will donate money to help families in need. So far this season, the Prowlers and Meyer have helped deliver over 3,300 meals to families in the St. Clair County area. Let's take you down to ice level for tonight's national anthem from Binghamton.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you're able, we ask you to please rise, remove your caps as we honor America. Performing our national anthem, we welcome a member of Vestal Voices from Vestal High School, Holly Boone.
That is tonight's national anthem from Binghamton Prowlers and Black Bears, just moments away from puck drop on this Saturday night. Let's take a look at your starting goaltending matchup for this one. Same as last night, Reed Cooper and Dominic Tomei. So the Black Bears electing to not change netminders, and Connor McAnanima stays on the bench here tonight. And Tomei, the rookie, gets to go back. Tomei looking like one of the top goaltenders in the FPHL right now, as he has some great numbers. You see there, his numbers even better. I don't know why it didn't save when I changed his numbers earlier. But anyway, Tomei with a 201 goals against average and a 935 save percentage overtook Reed Cooper for the top spot in both categories in the FPHL. And you see Tomei there on your screen. We get set for puck drop. Prowlers again starting with Jamie Bucell's line. Black Bears going with their top line of CJ Stubbs, Tyson Kirkby, and Ivan Bondarenko to begin things. It'll be Bucell and Kirkby to drop the puck. And we are underway here in Binghamton. Bondarenko off to Dan Stone, number 52. Ahead towards Stubbs, off a stick, and the Prowlers look to get their first touch of the game. Kept alive at the line, Durazio fanned on it, and then he's dumped to the ice by Reggie Millette. Up comes Federley. Dumped it around behind the cage, Millette shoved off by Durazio. And now Tyson Kirkby looks to move up ice as the Prowlers get in the midst of a change. Kirkby, 1-on-4, had it taken away by Blake Anderson. Jansen able to skate into it, chips it around Organ. Mac Jansen tried to back pass to the point. That was taken away by Anderson once more. Here's Vinny DeCumbis. Backhanded in deep to May. Bounces it around this way to Sargis. Moved up and out. DeCumbis back to Favaro. 5 Black Bears waiting for Nick Favaro as he wires it in from the red line. Luke James scored the only Prowler goal last night in Har on the forecheck against Jesse Anderson. Blake Anderson with a nice stick play to knock it off a Black Bears stick. Matt Graham hunting that puck behind the net, but Yates beats him to it. Yates wheeling ahead, and he's tripped up. But it looks like they'll be taking both. I think Gavin Yates is getting a diving penalty here, so this will be evened up.
Don't forget to get your 50-50 raffle tickets at the Binghamton.
I think James got his stick in Yates' skates. Get a good look here. Oh, just a little hook on the hands, and Yates went down to his knees, and that is why the diving penalty was called. I mean, James's stick was not in his feet. It was, watch that, right on the hands, and Yates swings his arm back and drops to 2 knees, and that's a good call from the referee as he gets Yates for the embellishment. We'll have some 4-on-4 action here. Black Bears able to control in the offensive zone. It's Kirkby trying to spin off of Lockhart. Slashing the call against James and embellishment on Yates. Now Durazio wheeling ahead. Fans reacting to the penalty call over the PA system. Bucell sauces it ahead to Price, working on Stone. Price spins back, and he'll exit his own end. Price couldn't get around Stubbs. And Weber gave it off to Chichu Latlin. Gave it away. Here's Blake Anderson by himself. Anderson able to chip on by and keep going. Anderson gets back to it in the corner. He's hit hard by Weber. And Anderson's lost his skate blade. So Anderson unable to get back to the Prowler bench. Meanwhile, the Black Bears back in 4-on-3. Anderson all the way on the other side of the ice, just trying to exit the offensive zone. He's working along the near side boards as Arttu Heikkila tosses the puck in. Finally, just now getting back to the Prowler bench. As you saw the skate blade pop off of Blake Anderson. Blake Anderson's boot after that hit. Austin Federley has taken a penalty here. And no embellishment call coming this time. Holding the signal, and the Black Bears will get their first power play of the night. They were 3 for 5 last night, a top man advantage unit in the league.
Fans 21 and over, of course.
They take another look at the hit that dislodged Blake Anderson's skate blade. Watch it come flying off to the left of that hit. There it is, right past the Toyota logo. And then Anderson with just 1 foot. You talk about being helpless as a hockey player. That's about as helpless as you can be when you are missing a skate blade. And he was what felt like a mile from the bench. There's a one-timer eaten up by the stick of Favaro, up out of play. Let's get another look at that penalty from Federley. Got that left hand with the stick wrapped around. I think that was Sirota who was looking to move up ice. Indeed it was. And that draws the call. Austin D'Orazio scored a power play goal last night, handed off to CJ Stubbs. Now Kirkby out to D'Orazio, couldn't load it up. D'Orazio off to Jansen. Back from a 1-game stint in the ACHL. Stubbs all the way across. D'Orazio let it go, and a good block by Johnson. It's a 5-on-4 now, as Favaro could only get as far as Jansen at the point. Yates working in, out to the top. The shot blocked by Heikkila. James gets to it, and D'Orazio able to keep the puck alive at the point. Stubbs for D'Orazio. Now Yates working in. His shot missed wide by a couple of feet. D'Orazio straight on. Left wing side, Yates. Down to Jansen. Walking back up, Kirkby and Favaro battling right in front of Cooper. Here's Yates, handing off for Jansen. D'Orazio, one-timer, save Cooper, rebounds there. Batted around, and Favaro finds it to clear off of the linesman, though. So the Black Bears can come right back in. Prowlers only get one killer off. Yates makes a move, lost the puck, and it's Bobby Price, fresh off the bench, able to get it out. He ran into the linesman after a hit from D'Orazio. This puck sent all the way down, no icing. Brian Parsons sends it all the way down the other way. And the Black Bears have too many men on the ice. So that will take care of the rest of this power play, and it will be a Prowlers power play in 11 seconds. Boy, lots going on. Let's take a look back at some of it. There's the chance from D'Orazio, and Alex Johnson sacrificing the body. There's Cooper. May have been late to get across. That shot got through. There's the D'Orazio one-timer that Cooper stopped, and then chaos. Stubbs came in to block the original clear. The Black Bears will put Yates in the box to serve the too many men on the ice. Again, a brief 4-on-4 stint before the Prowlers go up a man. And Tomei couldn't make the save. It slips through. Reggie Millette with a wrister from the point. Leaked past Tomei, and the Prowlers are on the board first. That's a 4-on-4 goal, not a power play goal. As Tomei just couldn't squeeze it. Slipped right through the 5-hole, right along the ice. And the least popular man in Binghamton gets his 4th goal of the season. Prowlers take the lead for the first time since they defeated the Topeka Scarecrows last Friday. They went 3 games on this 3-game losing skid without taking the lead once. Prowlers are now on the man advantage as the Port Huron penalty expired. Clearing attempt got past Millette and goes all the way down. Minute 25 left on the power play, and they blew it dead. And that's a mistake from the linesman. He blew it dead for an icing, even though it was a Prowlers power play. Black Bears bench going to be upset with that one. Prowlers with a 1-0 lead. We'll be right back with the rest of the Port Huron power play when we return on the PHP Network.
This isn't working. LJ, pass me those flyers. No look behind the back pass. It's a whole play. LJ, come on. Gap up. Close the gap. Close the gap. What are we saying? This isn't working. We need a shift change. Let's bring in the professionals.
Hello, I'm home. There he is. What is happening? Relax. We won. They brought back the snack wrap. Spicy or ranch? Spicy. Go. Yeah. Just one little bite. Can you stop? Oh, sorry.
Gather your crew. Snack Wrap is back.
Back here in Binghamton, Prowlers with a 1-0 lead. Let's take one more look at it as Reggie Millette sent it through. Scott Ramekers may have screened his own goaltender there, as it didn't look like Tomei picked it up cleanly, but it's a 1-0 lead for the Prowlers. Faceoff will be at center ice after the missed call by the linesman, who called an icing even though the Prowlers were on the power play. So it shouldn't have been an icing against the Black Bears. They just put the faceoff right in the center dot. And Reggie sucks chants coming down from the fans here at Visions Veterans Memorial Arena. I did see a post in a Binghamton Black Bears group, don't know how that ended up on my feed, about Reggie Millette and his story and maybe stopping the boos, but it did not get to the people here in the building because the boos certainly are continuing. There are certainly Reggie chants at McMorran Place, although those of the more positive variety. As here comes Reggie, dropping it off for Federley. Now Price slid it up to Millette, but it's turned all the way back down by DeRazio. Prowlers power play still trying to get started with just 35 seconds left to go. Lockhart ahead to Bucell. Steps around Weber. Bucell centered. Price backhander in front. And Lockhart fanned on it. What a passing play. And Brett Lockhart just didn't get any of that backdoor shot. Federley straight on. I just send it through. Hit Bondarenko. Price wheels back in. Sent it down and around. Weber one-handed it past Lockhart. Bucell came in to keep it alive just for a moment. And now Weber wheels up. His team back at full strength. And the straight-on look gloved by Cooper. And now a little extra in front between Lockhart and Weber. Both teams 0 for 1 on the power play. See if maybe we can get another look at that rush by the Prowlers earlier on. Here we go. As beautiful job, Bucell to Price. Thought he might shoot here, but instead opted for one more pass, and Bondarenko may have gotten his stick in there just enough to keep Brett Lockhart at a great look. Up this face off, Brian Parsons fed it ahead towards DeCumbus. Got sent around by Connor Bazal. Brett Morick, who was scratched last night, back in the lineup tonight with Ben Brockway unavailable, was the one who got that puck deep. Now he's defending as Thompson works up the right wing side. Thompson couldn't get past Parsons. Tecumseh finds the loose puck. Only Black Bears ahead of him, but he gets it out of the zone. Anderson retreats. Sargis off for Thompson. On his backhand, driving the net. Knocked down by Millette. Fans want a penalty, but that's a good, strong play by Reggie Millette. Yates knocks the puck out of the air. He's wheeling in. Federley caught him up high. And Ramekers wants to drop the gloves with Federley. Swain comes over to grab Federley as Bucell cut off Ramekers from whatever his idea was. Jamie Bucell may have saved Scott Ramekers from taking a penalty there. There's the legal check by Reggie Millette as he threw down Austin Thompson. And there's Federley just catching Yates up high with his hands. And you see Ramekers dropped his stick before Bucell grabbed him. This will be the second power play of the game for the Binghamton Black Bears. And a 4-minute double minor is the call. So make it the second and third power plays of the game for Binghamton. A huge chance for the top power play in the league. That's 0 for 1 so far tonight. DeRazio, middle point, up to Yates. Through it is Stubbs. DeRazio let it go, and Cooper able to clutch it to his chest and hang on. Kirkby had to get untangled from Favaro. Got some help from the linesman with that. And we'll get set for a face-off in the Prowlers end. Referees tonight, Carmine Vetrano and Justin Crawford. The linesmen, Justin Kowalski and Chris Cavini. So Federley got two minor penalties, a double minor for high sticking. As Stubbs tried to center it for Jansen. Prowlers got in that passing lane, and Artu Hakala with a good hard rush to the puck. Clears it down. Port Huron gets all four killers off. DeRazio leaves it for Yates to skate into. Yates throws on the brakes. Had it poked away by Decumbis. Comes up to Jansen at the point. DeRazio for Yates. Looking for a shooting lane. Got it down to Stubbs from the Rockstar zone. Hit the side of the net. Stubbs works up high to DeRazio. Walks the middle. Wrist shot right into the catching glove of Reed Cooper. And Kirkby and Favaro continuing to get acquainted. If you're wondering what I mean by the Rockstar zone, we can maybe get another look at the Stubbs one-timer. The Rockstar zone is basically the bottom of the circle over there outside by the corner area. Basically a place where there's such a small chance that you'll score. You have to think you're the biggest rock star in the world to try and take a one-timer from there. And CJ Stubbs did hit the side of the net. Alex Johnson able to send this one the length of the ice. Bondarenko comes back for it. Prowlers wait for him. Bondarenko, the left wing side, Sargis back to Bondarenko, centered it out in front, and Johnson was the only one there. Morick couldn't get it out. Leaping play by Scott Ramekers kept the puck alive. Ramekers, wrist shot, knocked down. Cooper couldn't find it, but luckily for the Prowlers, Brian Parsons did. Ramekers makes a move in. Taken to the boards by James. And the Prowlers clear again. That's Lockhart who is able to get to that loose puck. The first minor penalty is over. Second minor penalty has just begun for Austin Federley. So we hit the midway point of period one, a 1-0 Prowlers lead on the strength of a Reggie Millette goal. Durazio tied up. Favaro threw a check. Jansen around this way, and nobody home at the point. That's as good as a Prowler clear. Yates with all kinds of speed. Gets in. Yates on the backhand. Sent it all the way across looking for Kirkby, and they couldn't connect. Jansen to Yates again. Has Stubbs driving the back post, but Oregon took it off his stick. Jansen for Durazio. Off to Stubbs. Working in. He shoots, and Cooper got a piece. Stubbs back up high. Durazio. Yates looking for Stubbs' back door. Couldn't bring it in cleanly. Stubbs behind the net. Looking out in front. Got it to Yates. Durazio walks through traffic, and they score. Cooper got a piece, but not enough. And Austin Durazio with another power play goal this weekend has tied it. All kinds of traffic in front of Reed Cooper. At least 4 players between Cooper and Durazio. Wasn't able to pick it up. And the Black Bears have tied things up at 1 apiece with 9 minutes left to go in period 1. Sirota and Morick will get back going on this face-off. And it's Parsons who wheels in. Stone picks it up behind his net. Tried to force it up the near side boards. And it's Emery who moves out with it. Bounced ahead by Favaro. Morick returns to Millette. Federley just swung it down deep. Morick beats Anderson to the puck. It comes to Emery, and he got it out for Stone. Nick Swain trying to work in, muscled off by Favaro. Those two cancel out. Federley couldn't bring in the pass, and Stone sent it right past the net. Sargis cycled it down low. Favaro moved it up, but Stone pinching in from the point, able to prevent the zone exit for the Prowlers. Parsons dumps it in. Port Huron finishing up a change here as Stone looks ahead, and he got to Yates. Jensen swung it down deep. Yates cycling towards Sargis. Price stepped in front of him. Puck comes out of the zone. Latlin puts it right back around. Johnson up to Graham. Tried an outlet feed, that was batted back. Johnson this time gets it ahead to Hakala, and he dumps it in. Graham hustling after Latlin. Sargis couldn't pull it off the wall under duress from Hakala, and he gets it back down deep. Good job by R2. Hakala, giveaway. Here's Bazal. Trying to work around Latlin. Handoff for Graham. Now Bazal down deep. Comes around to Johnson. They'll fire it back around to the far side. And it's pushed ahead to Kirkby. Oregon behind the net, wheeling around. Indirect pass off the boards, gets it ahead to James. Stone almost lost it to James. James takes it behind the net, bounces up high. Oregon tees it up and missed wide. Didn't get everything he wanted on it. Bondarenko had to sidestep the oncoming Reggie Millette, and he did so. Got it all the way across to Kirkby. Working in. Kirkby on his backhand. Back for Stubbs. And the pass to Stone eluded him, and Stone has to go back for it. Stubbs for Durazio, flying up the left wing side. Durazio outside shot. Caromed off the boards. Kirkby waiting at the point. Tried to send it back down deep. Glove down by Favaro. Kirkby takes it back. Bondarenko stepping up high, trying to turn the corners and slip it down low. Came back to him, and the pass to Ramekers went awry. Bondarenko Works on the outside on Favaro. Swings all the way around the net. Slipped it up to Sirota. On goal. That was blocked by traffic. Favaro has Price streaking behind everyone. Sent it to Millette with Price. Millette to the trailer. Jumps in. Fanned on the shot towards the net. And then took a face full of Jesse Anderson's gloves. Oregon sends Graham on his way. Comes in on to May, and he'll elect to cover up for a whistle and a face-off. Ramaker's got his stick in on Price. And we will take a timeout. Just over 5 minutes left to go in period one. All tied up here in Binghamton.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Hi guys, we just stopped at Industrial Park Marathon to get some fuel and some snacks before the Prowlers game at McMorran.
Nice. Yeah, we just stopped by here at Industrial Park Marathon so I can get a Slurpee before the game.
Wait till after the game. If the Prowlers score 3 or more goals, Slurpees will be free.
Thanks for the info. I'm going to get my Slurpee after, but we'll see you at the Prowlers game.
See you at the game. Go
Go
Prowlers!
Back here in Binghamton, all knotted up at a goal apiece between the Prowlers and the Black Bears. Will Wiggleman with you on the PHP Network. Goals from Reggie Millette and Austin Durazio here in this first period. For some reason, they have only given the Prowlers credit for that one shot on net, so Prowlers shooting 100% right now. As Tomei has not had to make another save, although I guess I can't think of a reason or a time when they should have given them a shot that they didn't, so. Shot 7-1 in favor of the Black Bears as Ramakers bounces it down to Sirota. Morick tied up with Sirota, takes him down. Fans want a penalty. Loose puck in the near side corner, gathered by DeCumbis. Jesse Anderson gloved it down, took a hard hit from Morick. Puck's underneath Anderson, and James able to get it deep. And now still battles ensuing in front of the Prowler bench as Morick and Swain were a little bit late to separate. And something else going on the far side between Johnson and Thompson. We'll take another break and figure it all out. Alex Johnson to the box. Looks like unsportsmanlike conduct. Maybe another Black Bears power play when we come back on the PHP Network.
Yeah, I don't know about this one, fellas.
Boys, we don't overcome adversity by backing down. But yeah, I don't know about this one.
That's reassuring.
We're so screwed.
All right, boys, here's the game plan. LJ, you start with bananas.
Wait, why do I have to do the bananas?
Because you're the softest on the team.
I don't want the bananas.
This thing is gonna melt. We gotta hurry up.
I won't do it.
Okay, both of you. I will do the bananas and the whipped cream. Fets, please continue.
Who's paying for this anyway?
I am. I just bought my tickets for the Prowlers game this weekend, and the Milk House gave me 25% off my order.
Fets, why'd you buy the tickets? You're literally on the team.
For the discount.
So are you all ready to give it a try?
Oh, we're ready.
It's true. Get 25% off your entire order at the Milk House, October through April. Simply show your ticket stubs at checkout and enjoy your discounted treat.
Keep up with your Prowlers all season long on social media. Follow us on Facebook at the Port Huron Prowlers, Instagram at PH Prowlers, and Twitter at PH Prowlers. And you can find more information on our website, phprowlers.com.
Back here in Binghamton, Alex Johnson in the box for 2 minutes. And the top-ranked power play in the FPHL that has already struck once tonight will get another chance. Take another look. It's up there on the... Well, it wouldn't be in this clip. It was after that. You see Austin Thompson on the left of your screen as he went back up ice. He went off screen there. As he went back up ice, that's where the trouble began. And Johnson in the box for unsportsmanlike conduct. Fourth power play of the period for Binghamton. They're 1 for 3. And DeRazio, the man that scored power play goal, gave it off to Stubbs there. Comes all the way around. Jansen hits there with Lockhart. Jansen swung it up this way. DeRazio hustles back to the point to get to it. Stubbs, DeRazio, wrist shot eaten up by the stick of Brett Morick. Puck out of play. And again, face off deep in the Prowlers zone. Port Huron getting some fresh killers on the ice. Arttu Heikkila will take the face-off against Tyson Kirkby. Yates lined up right at the top of that circle. Tied up, came to Yates, swings it back to the point. DeRazio walks the line. Yates left wing side, diving deep, all the way around, out to Stubbs, rising shot knocked down by Cooper. Lockhart able to disrupt that pass and send it all the way down. DeRazio wheels ahead. Drops it off for Stubbs. Left wing side, it's Yates. Getting in, centering pass, Stubbs save Cooper as he got down to block it and cover up. Black Bears love to do that on their zone entries. And it was, again, DeRazio to Stubbs. Like to work in on that left wing side. It was Yates, pardon me, that time. And find CJ Stubbs for a catch and shoot in the slot as the defense is backing up. And Prowlers able to stay right with Stubbs. May have been a Port Huron stick that disrupted that shot from Stubbs just enough to give Cooper a chance at it. There's Thompson walking in. Broke his stick. Broken play. Cooper with a big save. Stone wrists it back on, and Reed Cooper snatches it down with the glove. And you talk about a difficult stop here for Reed Cooper as Thompson's stick snaps and a quick shot back on by Sirota. Cooper to reach out that right pad, then reset. And in the splits, he grabs down the shot from Dan Stone. Here is Stone again. Sirota in his spot right in front of the net. Now he pops out. Bondarenko working downhill, juggled by Cooper. Morick knocked down. Stone collects. 30 seconds left on the power play for Binghamton. And now it's over as Stone gets it through, and another power play goal for the Black Bears. Stone sent that one through the traffic. Not sure if it was deflected or not. Don't believe so, as Garrett Sargis was right in front. And another screenshot from the point on the man advantage for the Binghamton Black Bears. Their second of this period, and they take the lead. For Stone, his second goal of the season. Both have come on the power play. Binghamton looking for more. Currently up on shots on the in-arena shot clock, 13-1. Ramaker stumbled. They got it off to Jesse Anderson. Back across to the far side, Oregon took a bump from Swain. Parsons backing up Oregon. Looks to move this way. Now he'll go behind his net. Bucell chopped it ahead. Jesse Anderson gave it away to Millette, working in, didn't take the shot, slipped it right through the goal mouth. Johnson on a tee, kicked out, rebound Price, trying to get back after it, and Tomei covers up. Well, they can't deny the Prowlers of a shot on goal that time. We'll see if they add some on the visitors' side of the shot sheet. Well, the Prowlers came right back with some good opportunities. And it all started there with the turnover. Millette just didn't get it to a shooting position. Sent it right through the crease, and then off the rebound, Bobby Price with a chance. There's one that ripped past the cage from Lockhart. Matt Graham tried to center it out in front. Price around this way to Lockhart. Back down and around it goes. Price tried to center, looking for Federley off of Binghamton's stick. Here's Bondarenko with Stubbs going to the net. Hands it off to Latlin. Latlin looking towards Stubbs. That was blocked away. Prowlers ice the puck here with just under a minute and a half left to go in period number 1. Black Bears with a 2-1 lead coming up on the first intermission report here on the PHP Network. Take a look back at the plays of the month from the month of November. FPHL storylines, out-of-town scores, and more. It's all coming up on the PHP Network intermission report. So don't go anywhere when this period expires. Prowlers looking to see if they can get themselves tied up by that point, but they've iced the puck again. Draw all the way back in Port Huron's end. Shots now 13-4 in favor of the Black Bears. Here's Jansen on his backhand. Tried to slip it. That time he shot it, and he missed wide. Mac Jansen had about 3 chances to shoot it. Didn't take it until the 3rd try. Stone. One-time blast to Razio. That was blocked by a stickless Bobby Price. Pins the puck along the boards and waits for help. Federley able to soft toss it out. And this will just get there enough for an icing. Chris Paulin trying to say that the Black Bears stopped skating. They will force the Prowlers to come back out onto the ice. They have to get Bobby Price back out there. And that's the case Chris Paulin made. Look for yourself. You can decide for yourself. Prowlers in a tough position here. Federley trying to dig away. 3 Black Bears in there. Bondarenko pulls it off the wall. Kirkby touched it up to DeRazio. Now Stone hard off the back wall. Graham gets there first. Graham soft toss, just gets it out of the zone. And DeRazio misplayed enough to give the Prowlers a chance to change. Quick up is for Kirkby. Bondarenko spinning back, handed off to Kirkby. Up high, Stone. Floated it down deep, off the back wall, and Cooper clamps the glove on top to get a whistle and a face-off. Well, the draw will be to Cooper's left with 8 seconds left to go in this period. A 2-1 game and a big draw here. Try and keep it a 1-goal game for the Prowlers. Off the face-off, it bounces to a Black Bear stick, continues to bounce. Ramaker's on his backhand, just shoveled it deep, and that will do it for period number 1. Prowlers scored first, Black Bears twice thereafter. Just 4 shots in the frame for the Port Huron Prowlers, but one of them found the back of the net. And the score is 13, or scores 2-1. Shots are 13-4. That is the second fewest shots the Prowlers have gotten in any period this season. You just have to go back to a week ago in Topeka. They had 3 shots in the first period in that flu-ridden game. And again, we had our questions and thoughts about the shot counting there in Topeka. But that's what they have up here officially, and Prowlers again trailing by a score of 2-1. Coming up on the PHP Network Intermission Report, we will take a look at the plays of the month from the month of November. A couple of hat tricks in there, a late game winner, goaltenders also represented. We'll look at some storylines from around the league. Not too much going on, but we found some stuff. And we'll also take a look at some out-of-town scores and more. It's all coming up right here on the PHP Network. Well, come out to the Prowlers Coaches Show. We had to reschedule for this Wednesday, so it'll be back-to-back Wednesdays at Wings, etc. It'll be me, myself, a Prowler, and a Prowlers coach who will hang out with you at Wings, etc. in downtown Port Huron. Come out, bring your questions. You can win some swag. You can have a good time, hang out with the players, and come enjoy the Prowlers Coaches Show in just a nice casual environment to chat with your Port Huron Prowlers. Again, that's at Wings, etc. this Wednesday, December the 10th at 6:30 p.m. And enjoy discounted food from Wings, etc. if you wear your Prowlers gear as well. We will see you there at the Prowlers Coaches Show at Wings, etc. When we come back, we will send it down to our McMorran Place studios and get you the plays of the month for November. It's all coming up next on the PHP Network.
Hockey is like a business. One missed pass can derail the perfect plan. Have Taft Consulting help you get your whole team on the same page. They have the expertise to help you follow through on all your goals. Find out how they can help you today by emailing taftconsulting@outlook.com.
What's more authentic than a Hungry Howie's Detroit-style pizza? Nothing. We're not playing around with the pizza of our birthplace. Thick crust, cheese to the edge, sauce on the top. Where it belongs. We've seen a lot of fakes out there. Not here. This is authentic Detroit-style pizza. Order yours now online for $12.99. We sauce the top and rep for the 313 everywhere. We do bold. Hungry Howie's.
Congratulations on your engagement again, man. You know, you should get some life insurance.
I never really thought about that. How would I do that?
We can help you with that at Zach Egan State Farm. Congratulations on getting married, man. Have you gotten a house?
We just got one, actually, yeah.
Well, if you want, we can help you out with life insurance at Zach Egan State Farm to cover your mortgage. Is Olin a year old now?
He is.
Wow. Have you guys got life insurance set up on him yet?
I haven't even thought about it yet.
Oh.
How would I go about that?
Well, we can help you with that at Zach Egan State Farm. High five?
Yeah, hon, we should have gotten life insurance years ago.
Hey, Ken. We've actually got a policy for people your age at Zach Egan State Farm. Give us a call.
SMR Automotive Systems is part of the Motherson Group and a proud community sponsor of the Port Huron Prowlers. We are one of the largest manufacturers of rearview mirrors for passenger vehicles in the world, with local plants in Port Huron and Marysville. We strive to support our local communities and have positions available for various abilities and experience. Find out more about who we are at smr-automotive.com.
Explore the 140 miles of stunning shoreline along Lake Huron. That is Michigan's Thumb Coast. Discover charming coastal towns, serene beaches, and endless outdoor adventures. Stay at cozy hotels, paddle through pristine blue waters, and hit the fairways along breathtaking views. Plan your perfect getaway at bluewater.org.
Hey Prowlers fans, Molly here at McMorran Place. We're going to go ahead and take a look at our top plays for November.
Working up high, hands it off to Favaro, fresh off the bench. Favaro stick handles, he scores! Nick Favaro picks the top corner and ties it up. 7th of the year for Favaro, stick handling through a phone booth between 3 scarecrows and finally able to beat Brizgalov with a nice wrister from the high slot. And a penalty coming up against the Black Bears as Weber got his stick in on Reggie Millette. Here is Millette handing it off. Higala downhill, he scores! High on the glove side, and the 5th of the year for R2. And it was Reggie Millette who drew the penalty, and Reggie Millette who set up that play. 20 seconds left to go in period 2. Price weaves in, Price with help, Price with a shot, he scores! Bobby Price rips it home with 10.5 to go in period 2. After all of this back and forth action, with neither team really getting a good scoring chance, here comes Bobby Price weaving in. Out of the corner, it's chopped all the way down. Thompson will win the race for icing, chased by James. Thompson back pass in front, great save, Cooper! Mac Jensen all by himself, right in front of Reed Cooper. That's a 10-beller. All the way across to Lockney. Favaro, one-timer, he scores! Another penalty coming up against the Bobcats. Favaro steps into it, he scores! Favaro skates into it, but bouncing and rolling. Here's Favaro, wrister, he scores! A power play hat trick for Nick Favaro, and it's 3-all. And now they clear it away for Clark on a breakaway. Cam Clark backhand, shut down by Huber. Back in the first period, it's just a shot from Clark this time. Tries to fake to the backhand, and Huber stayed right with him. Now D to Parsons, indirect pass. Anderson for DeCumbus working in on his backhand forehand, he scores! What a move by DeCumbus to get to the net, and the Prowlers tie it. Vinny DeCumbus, how do you do on Romeo Terrain? Thanks for coming. Blake Anderson, who was unavailable last time these teams played, steps his way in. Anderson on the backhand, he scores! What a goal! Blake Anderson dances through everybody. Now he waits. 1-on-4 now. Anderson comes to join him. DeCumbus off the bench to Anderson. He scores! Went sprawling. Here's Anderson on the rebound. Backhand. He scores! A hat trick for Blake Anderson. Heitzner centering feed. Reed Cooper with a big save on Mercurio. They stared down Mercurio and won the battle. Graham and Mercurio in on this face-off. Graham won it back, a huge win. Barbaro off the boards, up towards Heikkila. Heikkila weaves in. Heikkila out to Graham on his backhand. 70 feet Lochte. He scores with 7.7 on the clock. What a play here. Heikkila finding Graham in space, and one of the best passers in FPHL history of beauty. That's a backdoor tap for Lucas Lochte.
And those were your top plays for November. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break and then throw it back to Will in New York.
Welcome to the new era of Prowlers hockey. New owner, new store, new horn, fire, projectors on the ice. Yeah, this isn't your dad's McMorrin experience. This is Prowlers hockey. Get your tickets for the show now at phprowlers.com/tickets.
Keep up with your Prowlers all season long on social media. Follow us on Facebook at the Port Huron Prowlers, Instagram at PH Prowlers, and Twitter at PH Prowlers. And you can find more information on our website, phprowlers.com.
Back here in Binghamton, Prowlers trailing the Black Bears by a score of 2-1 through 20 minutes of play. Will Wiggleman here with you on the PHP Network. Thanks so much for checking in with us on this Saturday night. Let's take a quick look back at the goals from that opening period, and it was the Prowlers who got on the board first. A quick shot right off the face-off. Looks like Scott Ramaker screened his own netminder, and defensemen screening their own netminders became a bit of a theme in that opening period, but that was the first goal for the Prowlers, a 4-on-4 goal right off that face-off. Then the Black Bears power play responded. Penalties became a trouble, and the first one here for the Black Bears, Austin DeRazio changes the angle, and all four Prowlers are between Reed Cooper and DeRazio, along with a Black Bear. And really, I don't think there's much of a sight line there, if any, for Reed Cooper to see that shot come in. He did get a piece, but not much. And it was 1-1 at that point, and then another power play goal from the point with traffic in front by the Black Bears. This time it was Dan Stone. And this time it looked like it was Sargis right in front of Cooper who got the screen on him. Don't think he got a touch on it to tip that puck, but it did make it a 2-1 game, and that's where we stand through 20 minutes of play. Let's take a look at some storylines from around the FPHL presented by Thumb Rust Control. We start with the Monroe Moccasins signing Jamie Dorsey, who started the season with the Birmingham Bulls in the SPHL, played 10 games there, and now a member of the Monroe Moccasins, another addition to the Mocs Blue line. Here in Binghamton, the Black Bears placed Jacob Shankar on IR, 10 points in 17 games this season for the rookie, and that move made in conjunction with Mac Jansen being returned from ECHL Adirondack so that the Black Bears could stay within the FPHL roster limits. Finally, last night, were the top two teams in the FPHL and the top team in each division doing very similar things on opposite sides to two teams that fancy themselves as contenders. Of course, here in Binghamton, Prowlers were coming in hoping to compete with the Black Bears for that top spot in the Empire. Binghamton won it 9-1 last night. But the Rock Lobsters, they sit atop the Continental Division. They went into Columbus. The Dragons certainly fancying themselves as a top team over there in the Continental. And the Lobsters beat the Dragons 8-1 in Columbus. So the division leaders asserting their dominance last night. And we'll see if things might be a little bit different, whether here in Binghamton or in Columbus. And while we're talking about it, let's take a look at the out-of-town scores. And we start with the Ice Cats and the Thunderbirds. They are through 20 minutes, or they're through 40 minutes of play. In Winston-Salem, Rico Gonzalez and Boris Babic have stopped every puck that's come to them, scoreless. As Babic has made 31 saves for Twin City and Gonzalez 17 for PD. Scoreless heading into the third of that one. The Danbury Hat Tricks and Blue Ridge Bobcats, that was scheduled to be a 7 p.m. puck drop. It is just now about to drop the puck to open that game. And from what I've heard, unconfirmed reports that from the chat on the Hat Tricks YouTube channel, that the Western Connecticut ACHA game, the club hockey game, ran late. Apparently glass broke, something like that they had to get fixed and replaced. So they are just now getting underway nearly an hour after the scheduled puck drop in Danbury. Lobsters and the Dragons are through 20 minutes of play in Columbus. Tied up at 1, Gleb Van Durken has the goal for Athens, and Ryan Hunter the goal for Columbus. Indiana and Watertown tied up at a goal apiece. Ryan Glazer, the only goal on the only shot for the Sentinels, and Stephen Klink has the tally for Watertown. Coming up in just about 5-10 minutes from now, from Monroe, Moccasins and Zydeco do it again. Monroe defeated Baton Rouge in Baton Rouge last night. Meanwhile, Scarecrows and Breakers rematch in Topeka. Again, that is an 8:05 p.m. puck drop as well. Of course, here it is 2-1 in favor of the Binghamton Black Bears. Take a quick look at the stats from this game. 2-1 Black Bears. They outshot the Prowlers 13-4 in that opening period. Power plays were 4-2 in favor of the Black Bears, and they made good on 2 of their 4 man advantages, and that is, a big thing that we knew was going to be part of the storyline this weekend. The top-ranked power play and the top-ranked penalty kill in the FPHL both belong to our home side this weekend. So we knew that was going to come into play, and it came into play last night. It's come into play again tonight, as Austin Durazio and Dan Stone have the power play markers for the Black Bears. Reggie Millette, the 4-on-4 goal for the Port Huron Prowlers. As teams hit the ice here, Reed Cooper getting set down the goal crease to our right. 11 saves on 13 shots in that opening period. Dominic Tomei, a lot less busy down the goal crease to our left. He made 3 saves on 4 Prowler shots. I want to thank you again for tuning in with us on this Saturday night. Maybe you're up decorating the Christmas tree, getting everything all set to go for the holiday season, and enjoying some Prowler hockey in the background. Back here in Binghamton, we are all set to go for period number 2. Comes all the way through, and the backhand save, Cooper! And he's able to get a whistle as the Black Bear came flying, and that was Bondarenko.
UHS Sports Medicine is the exclusive sports medicine and athletic training service provider for the Binghamton Black Bears. If injuries are keeping you from...
So the face-off will be in Cooper's end after a big first save of this second period, just 14 seconds in. Take another look. Here comes Bondarenko by himself on the far side, and that was Kirkby that got leveled by Nick Favaro at the end of that play. Off the face-off, Parsons wheels it around to Price. Lost it in his skates. Stubbs comes back to grab the loose biscuit. D'Orazio. Stone ahead for Bondarenko. Looking for skating room. He'll chip it in and head after it. Lockhart bats it up this way to Stubbs. Try to slide it back to the point for Stone. D'Orazio turned it towards the net. That was blocked on the way through. Kirkby slipped it right through the goal crease. Stone. D'Orazio makes a move, and Heikkila spun back to get his stick in the shooting lane. Great job by Heikkila, but then he turned the puck over. Lockhart reverses it back up the far side. D'Orazio streaking in, and a save made by Cooper. Parsons couldn't make a move around Stubbs. Bondarenko trying to work his way to the net, had it knocked off his stick, and then Price tangled up with Bondarenko. They both go down, and the crowd wants a penalty against Bobby Price. Take another look, and they're just tangled up. Price gave a little shoulder shake, leaned forward a bit into Bondarenko, and they both went down. Blake Anderson and Garrett Sargis on this face-off. Sargis won it back. Ramekers over to Anderson. Jesse Anderson got it deep. Anderson takes Jensen into the boards. That's Blake Anderson for the Prowlers. Comes over to Jesse Anderson at the point for the Black Bears. Yates finds the loose puck. Jansen, handoff for Ramekers. Down to Yates, looking to turn the corner. Back door, Jansen in front. Sargis robbed by Cooper. What a stop by Reed Cooper on the ECHL veteran. Back door, and Cooper flashed the leather. What a stop. Sargis looking for his first goal as a Black Bear. Denied by Reed Cooper. Yates, they will step to the middle, surrounded by white jerseys. Favaro, they will flip it high and out. Millette, back pass for Bucell, right wing side. Bucell couldn't get anything on the shot as he fanned with Ramekers coming to close him off. Parsons, indirect pass ahead for Bucell. Got a touch on that puck, so no icing. Jesse Anderson, two-line pass for Yates, trying to catch the Prowlers in a change. Yates to the net, stopped by Cooper. Kept play moving. Graham bats it around this way. Jansen to the net, deflected and blocked by Lockhart. Players spilling down. Thompson one-timer, blocked by Heikkila. And Cooper able to cover up for a whistle in the face-off. Binghamton has come out with a good run of play to begin period number 2. Watch all the bodies flying everywhere. You see Thompson there kind of sneak in. R2 Heikkila stretches out the left leg to block it. Swain sells it down. Rising shot knocked down by Cooper and cleared out of danger by Favaro. Johnson able to backhand it deep. Comes hard off the lively backboards. Covered by Tomei. Brett Morick causing an issue. Black Bears want after him. Austin Thompson was chatting with Morick. Connor Bazal, the one right in the middle of that whole thing now. And you see Morick there cut right to the crease. Face-off will be deep into May's end. Sargis and Graham will take the draw. Price tried to put it right on net. Popped high up in the air, glove down by Letland. Thompson ahead to Swain. Favaro, high toss out. Graham trying to settle it down, but it bounced past him. He had Price streaking down the near side wing. Weber kept it moving for Letland. Ahead to Thompson. Steps around Millette. Thompson got around Federley as well. Sirota tried to return it to Austin Thompson. Instead, it's Alex Johnson. That is pass, get past Graham. Favaro on the other side. Couldn't make a play on Sirota all by himself, and Cooper able to shut the door. Latland spinning, trying to find that puck. Millette swoops in to get it first. Millette couldn't center as Bucell had a step in front of everybody. Bondarenko back in. Stubbs the one-timer. Knocked down by Cooper with a shoulder save. This one off the glass and up out of play. Quick catch and shoot by CJ Stubbs. Well, let's take a look at the chance for Sirota, and Cooper stretching out that left pad, stayed down on it. And then here's the rush. Stubbs, quick catch and shoot. Barely caught it, just fired it on net, and Cooper shrugged it away. Stone working down the boards. Swept it out in front. Kirkby got a stick on it. DeRazio back down low. DeCumbis got it up towards Blake Anderson. Now Stubbs reaching out for it. Stone down towards Stubbs, keeps it moving. Kirkby. Bondarenko whipped it out in front, but it was blocked away by Blake Anderson, who read that play. Bondarenko looking to wheel in, and offsides called against the Black Bears here. Face-off coming up just outside of the Prowlers zone. Shot 7-0 in favor of Binghamton here in the second period. They've had all kinds of pressure. And off the face-off, penalty coming up against the Prowlers. Interference against the centerman, Matt Graham. And the Black Bears power play going back to work for a fifth time. And they say that was enough on Sargis. See if we can watch it again just a little bit slower so people can catch it. Can catch the penalty. Watch the centerman, Graham. Just enough of a pick on Sargis to draw the call. Off the draw, Lockhart got it off a stanchion and out. It just eluded DeRazio. Black Bears are 2 for 4 on the man advantage so far. DeRazio wheels ahead. Bounced around to the far side. Kirkby tied up with Lockhart. James also digging away. Yates in there as well. Jansen joins the party. Pops out to Favaro, and he clears. 30 seconds gone in the penalty to Matt Graham. DeRazio drops it off for Yates. The shifty Gavin Yates hands it off for Kirkby. Stubbs for Yates. Yates trying to work downhill. Yates swept it in front, and Stubbs didn't get a good touch on it. Johnson trying to get to that puck, but he was tied up by Jansen. Yates to Stubbs. Backdoor play, and Johnson knocked it away. And then Johnson taken down by Kirkby with his stick. And that's a penalty, hooking the signal. And Tyson Kirkby heading to the penalty box. We'll have 4-on-4 action when we come back here on the PHP Network.
$5 off their bill at Stadium 138. Stadium 138.
back here in Binghamton, we'll have 51 seconds of 4-on-4 until number 51 steps out of the box, and then it will be a Prowlers power play after Tyson Kirkby took a hooking penalty. Black Bears did not get a shot on net in their brief power play time. Tied up off the draw, and Stone grabs it for Binghamton. He'll start up, chased back by Price, and gives it off to Bondarenko. Out there with Sargis and Durazio as well. Bondarenko wheels all the way around the net, harassed by Lockhart. Got it up high, walking in is Stone, makes a move to the middle, and Cooper may have made the save, may have hit Sargis and Organ battling in front. Bondarenko with the loose puck. Below the goal line, tried to sweep it out in front, and Cooper disrupts that pass with his paddle. Now the Prowlers get control. Lockhart heading off for a change as Blake Anderson looks for room up ice. Got it to Price, but his dangle was bounced back. Anderson ended up falling into the boards there. Here comes Bondarenko. It's a Prowlers power play right now. His body's flying everywhere. Durazio gets it, and Cooper kicks out the right pad to make the save. Hakala wants after Durazio, who gave a shot to Blake Anderson at the end of that. Plenty of chaos in front of the Prowler net here. Players running into each other. Eventually it came to Durazio, and Cooper sharp with that right pad. We take a look at it on our Elite Electric replay. There's one hit. There's another bump. But now it's a Prowlers man advantage for the next minute. Their third of this game. Johnson able to wheel in. Out to Millette. Backpedaling. Got it to Favaro. He walks in and had knocked off his stick by Jansen. Favaro gave it up. Graham overskated the puck, and back comes Jansen. Indirect feed. Thompson gets to it. Looking to sweep it out in front where Jesse Anderson was crashing the net. And now Johnson takes a penalty on Thompson, and Johnson is not happy with that call. He's yelling at Tyson Kirkby in the box. Kirkby made a dive motion after his penalty against Johnson, and I think Johnson feels the same way about this. You see it there in the corner, Johnson immediately reacting in protest. Certainly got Thompson from behind, but Johnson didn't feel that it was hard enough to warrant a 2-minute penalty, but we're back to 4-on-4. Durazio makes a couple of moves, still with it, save, Cooper rebound, poked wide. Durazio tried to clap it back towards the cage, gloved down by Lockhart, and the Prowlers look to start a rush. Anderson all the way across to Lockhart, down on a knee, able to stretch to get to it. That is weak backhander on net, handled by Tomei. Anderson swung down by Durazio. Gavin Yates might be going to the penalty box. Or Durazio. Let's take another look. Oh, they're getting Gavin Yates as he came in and was the one that swung down Anderson while Anderson was tied up with Durazio. So Anderson and Durazio engaged, and then Yates grabbed Anderson, and that's the reason for the penalty against Gavin Yates. So we're back to a Prowlers power play for 4 seconds, then 4-on-4, and then another brief Prowlers power play unless there's another penalty. I think this is the 4th Prowlers man advantage of the game. I think. Or it will be. I don't know. Keeping track of these kinds of things is difficult. Bobby Price won the faceoff back. Oregon steps in and shoots. It's blocked by Stubbs. Kirkby out of the box. It's 4-on-4 now. Puck is stuck underneath Oregon, who's down in the corner. Kirkby gave it away to Millette. Millette peels back. Away from Kirkby, steps off the wall. Millette on his backhand. Looking over his shoulder, hands off for Oregon. Whips it to Federley on the half wall. Back up high, Oregon fakes the blast. Now goes to Millette. Prowlers working it around in 4-on-4. Millette throws it on goal off of Tomei's glove, and he elects to cover up and get a whistle on the faceoff. And there's some good offensive zone work from Port Huron in 4-on-4 action. Able to cycle it around and unfortunately not able to get a real good chance on net. But they'll send out a fresh 4 to try and do just that. Graham, Hakela, Favaro, and Lockhart trying to continue the pressure. Sargis won the faceoff back. Jesse Anderson left it behind. Hakela with a steal in front. Graham rose it over top of the cage. Anderson all the way across to Jansen. 3-on-3 as they hit the line. Jansen trying to spin away from Favaro. Sargis pulls it off the boards. Back to Jansen. Let it down low. Ramakers harassed by Hakela. Ramakers popped it off the boards. Here's a chance for Sargis, and Lockhart from his knees able to knock it away. Ramakers steps in. Ungoal sticked away by Cooper. Favaro looks ahead. 10 seconds until this becomes a very brief Prowlers power play. Graham floats it back across for Favaro to skate into, but Jansen takes control. Johnson is out of the box. Prowlers power play for the next 17 seconds. As it's soft tossed out, Parsons swings it to Johnson, all the way back to Bucell. Handed off for Johnson. Left wing side, it's Oregon. All the way up, Anderson enters the offensive zone. Bucell had the pass behind him. Up come the Black Bears on a counter. Bondarenko, with help going to the net, tried to send it there. Parsons stymied that opportunity. Weber throws it on goal off the backboards. Bounces all the way up to Latlin. Anderson trying to take in Bondarenko. Blake Anderson ends up with the puck. Trying to move ahead, but overskate it. Thompson for Bondarenko. All the way around the cage. Twisting and turning in front. Cerrone on the backhand. And Cooper forced to make another big save right on his doorstep. We'll take a timeout. Still 2-1 Black Bears. Both teams back to full strength for now.
Congratulations.
Hockey is like a business. One missed pass can derail the perfect plan. Have Taft Consulting help you get your whole team on the same page. They have the expertise to help you follow through on all your goals. Find out how they can help you today by emailing taftconsulting@outlook.com.
Explore 140 miles of stunning shoreline along Lake Huron in Michigan's Thumb Coast. Begin your adventure on a blanket of golden sand at one of our serene beaches. Connect with the historic atmosphere of our region's nautical influence and reconnect with friends under a blanket of stars. Plan your perfect getaway at bluewater.org.
Back here in Binghamton, still 2-1 Black Bears. So we are just past the midway point of the hockey game. It's been a pretty good one so far. Shots, though, very lopsided. 25-5 is what they're calling the shots on goal right now here in the arena. So not very close in that regard. Reed Cooper has put on a show in net. This score certainly could easily be 4-5-1, if not more. And Reed Cooper has been phenomenal tonight. Sirota and Morick on the draw. Down in Cooper's end. Alex Johnson spun it up, taken away by Sirota. Emery around Parsons, up towards Connor Bazell. Weber pinched in, and that puck goes up out of play. Looking for a game day meal? Zip Sauce Burger is located in the Industrial Park Marathon. Zip Sauce, the official burger of the Port Huron Prowlers. Another face-off down in that far corner, at that far dot. Closest dot to the backup goaltender tonight, Connor McAnanima, the defending FPHL goaltender of the year. Not seeing action this weekend. Dominic Tomei getting both starts. This one goes all the way down for an icing. For Tomei, this is his 7th start of the year. McAnanima has made 10. And Tomei, of course, coming in with great numbers. 201 goals against average, 935 save percentage. McAnanima's save percentage has just recently reached the 900 mark, which is really the baseline if you're a goaltender. Now we have a holding penalty coming up, and it looks to be against the Prowlers. Luke James, the one heading to the box. There were a few players tied up here. Let's take a look at it. Not here, but here. I guess James may have gotten that free arm around Bondarenko enough. I didn't see much there. But it was enough for the referee, who was a lot closer and a lot better position than I am, to make the call and put the Black Bears on their 6th power play of this game. Jamie Bucell with a quick clear, and he'll hustle off to the bench. Prowlers get fresh forwards out. Just 15 seconds gone in the man advantage. DeRazio leaves it for Yates. Right wing Stubbs, Jansen for DeRazio. Black Bears wheeling it around the top. DeRazio, Yates with room, down low. Maybe a shot pass there. Ended up off the boards, and to Bobby Price, who clears. That puck may have grazed the netting. The netting is moving right now, the protective netting up over the glass. But play continues as DeRazio lays it back behind the net. Jansen for Yates. Kirkby right in front of Cooper. Yates tried to roof it from a sharp angle. Cooper made the save, didn't know where it was. Yates up high, DeRazio. His shot, changed direction. Jansen with Cooper out of the net. Stubbs sent it to the corner. DeRazio a turnaround try. That was weak, and Cooper scoops it up to hang on. And there was some chaos in the Prowler end. Cooper made the first save way out of his crease here. Jansen just tried to backhand in front. CJ Stubbs just did not put that anywhere near where it needed to be. Sargis and Federley, the two number 19s, in on this face-off. Bondarenko trying to take it from Johnson. Penalty coming up against the Prowlers. And Tim Organ, the one going to the box, as Zach Sirota is down on the ice. Actually, no, it's Alex Johnson who's going to the box. And it's a very unfortunate call, I think, because look, Johnson had his stick lifted by Bondarenko, and then it hit Sirota up high. But his stick was being lifted by Bondarenko. So in essence, Ivan Bondarenko used Alex Johnson's stick to high stick his teammate Zach Sirota, and Johnson ends up getting a penalty for it. Let's take another look here. We see it again. Watch Johnson getting his stick lifted there by Bondarenko, and he tries to bring his stick back down, and he catches Sirota right on the melon, but his stick was lifted by the Black Bears. That's a really tough call for the Prowlers. And obviously I'm not going to be someone who goes after referees, but I think that was the point Austin Federley was trying to make during his extended discussion with the official. 5-on-3 here as DeRazio looks out to Stubbs, catches, shoots, it's blocked by Federley. Federley gets to it, only got as far as Stubbs. Few seconds left in the 5-on-3. Here's DeRazio, Kirkby one-timer, missed it wide. James is out of the box. So it's a 5-on-4 now for minute 19. DeRazio. Yates wheeling in. Yates all the way around. Out to Stubbs, and he missed it on the short side. Jansen off for Yates. Spinning away, getting to the net to Stubbs, and a glove save by Cooper. If you want a highlight tape for Reed Cooper, you can just watch this game. My goodness, what another flash of the leather. What a stop. Prowlers still short-handed. Reed Cooper keeping them within a goal. Now Cooper dealing with an equipment issue here. Doing some work on his pad and maybe giving his team a few extra seconds to breathe. We're just about set to go, but let's grace you with one more look at that glove save. Black Bears power play continues with Bondarenko giving it up top to Stone. Thompson walks in, shoots, swallowed up by Reed Cooper. And Ivan Bondarenko with his stick high up in the air as if to say, hey, 25, I was right here on the backside. But Thompson elected to shoot. Let's watch that one again. See Bondarenko there at the top of your screen sneaking in from the back door. And Austin Thompson, always a shooter, Thompson. And he shot there. Cooper made the save. Thompson has the puck here, and he gave it away to Favaro. Able to keep it deep, though. Bondarenko. Up high, Stone. Thompson walks in, picks his spot, and he missed wide. Sargis for Bondarenko. Stone walks, sends it through. It's blocked by traffic. Where is it? Swung at by a couple of players, and it settles for Thompson. Bondarenko all the way down low. That was disrupted by a Prowler stick. Sargis kicks it up high to Thompson. Johnson standing in the box as Thompson shot swallowed up by the stick of Jamie Bucell. Johnson with 1 second until he can step out. Prowlers PK led by Reed Cooper doing some hard work here tonight and doing hard work over these last few minutes to keep it a 1-goal game. Here's another look at the scramble earlier on that Stubbs sent far wide, and then Reed Cooper with a brilliant save there with the glove. You can watch that one over and over again. I don't know which one of these saves is going to be our Advia Big Save of the Week. You'll have to find out. Subscribe to the Prowlers social media channels, Facebook, Instagram, and X to find out this week which of these stops from Cooper is the big save of the week, because there are a lot of great options. Of his 28 stops so far tonight, at least 6 or 7 of them have been absolutely brilliant. There's Jesse Anderson trying to feed it across, got all the way through. Cooper stood his ground, and Millette ends up on the puck. He kicks it around for Morick to chase. Lockhart looking ahead. Swain knocked it down to keep it in. Swain walking in. Swain with a move, and Cooper stayed with him. Locked up in Emery's skates. Stubbs for Ramekers. Fanned on the shot. James grabs it. And another penalty coming up against the Prowlers. Under 5 to go in period 2. Looks like another Black Bears power play coming when we return here on the PHP Network.
SMR Automotive Systems is part of the Motherson Group and a proud community sponsor of the Port Huron Prowlers. We are one of the largest manufacturers of rearview mirrors for passenger vehicles in the world, with local plants in Port Huron and Marysville. We strive to support our local communities and have positions available for various abilities and experience. Find out more about who we are at smr-automotive.com.
What's more authentic than a Hungry Howie's Detroit-style pizza? Nothing. We're not playing around with the pizza of our birthplace. Thick crust, cheese to the edge, sauce on the top. Where it belongs. We've seen a lot of fakes out there. Not here. This is authentic Detroit-style pizza. Order yours now online for $12.99. We sauce the top and rep for the 313 everywhere. We do bold. Hungry Howie's.
Back here in Binghamton, Tim Morgan's in the box. 2 minutes for high sticking. Let's see if we can see where that high stick comes from. Oregon's here at the bottom of your screen. Or no, Oregon's right there in front. I'm sure it happened because the referee put his arm in the air. I just can't see it. I watched this replay a number of times, maybe right in front of the net there. That's the call. He was in front of the net. Again, referee had a much better look at it than I did, but I really didn't see that there. But the top power play back to work here. D'Orazio taking a look, wristing it through. It's blocked by DeCumbis. Stubbs able to keep it in for a moment. DeCumbis couldn't slip it through Stubbs to go the other way shorthanded. Here is DeCumbis surrounded, gets a shot away that Tomei is able to fight off. They stretch it on for Kirkby at the Prowler blue line. Good back check by Bucell. The Prowlers were in the midst of a change. Binghamton sets back up. It's Jensen for D'Orazio. Back to Jensen. They play catch. Yates gets involved. D'Orazio wants the one-timer. Soft pass for Jensen to the slot. Pinballed around. Stubbs for Yates. Turns the corner, heads down low. Sent out in front. Puck is loose and somehow didn't go for Yates. Kirkby is on top of Cooper, and Cooper makes a blocker save on his stomach on Gavin Yates. What is going on? 45 seconds left on the Black Bears power play. They wheel back up. It's D'Orazio getting in, had it knocked off his stick and cleared. Sirota for Sargis. Swung it to the middle. Nobody there for the Black Bears. And Hakala able to send it down on Tomei. 20 seconds left on Oregon's penalty. Sargis off for Bondarenko. Gets through. Bondarenko pass across. Sirota scores. And it was only a matter of time. And Cooper going after the referee here because he thought that Tyson Kirkby should have been called for some kind of goaltender interference way before that in the sequence. Bondarenko able to slip past a couple of Prowlers. Johnson slid and didn't get the pass. Zach Sirota, his second goal of the weekend, fourth of the year. He's been red hot since coming off the IR. Austin Federley is having a chat with the referees, and Chris Paulin wants to know why play was not stopped when Tyson Kirkby was laying on top of Reed Cooper. And I'm a little bit curious as to why that is as well. Kirkby was fully on top of Cooper. I think this is where we'll get. So look, Kirkby goes into the crease by his own volition, lands on top of Cooper, and he's there for a while. Prowlers are trying to drag him off. Cooper makes an unreal blocker save there. I don't know if that would have counted if it went in, but it's very surprising that there was no whistle blown there. But Black Bears get another power play goal here, their third of the evening, and they lead it by a score of 3-1. Favaro off the boards, kept in. Alex Johnson all the way up to Millette, tipped in. Weber around the boards, got past Favaro, and here's Emery by himself. Johnson trying to take it away from Emerson Emery, who swept it out in front. Price tied up with Swain. Johnson hit hard, and he goes down. Emery is getting a penalty here, but not before he deals with a sea of Prowlers. Prowlers trainer Bridget Smith hustling out in Alex Johnson's direction. Johnson crawling out of the pile here as he's attended to, and he'll skate back to the bench under his own power. Emery headed to the box, and the Prowlers to just their fifth power play of the game. I say just because that's compared to 8 man advantage opportunities the Black Bears have had. Emery certainly got Johnson on the numbers. Boarding the signal and the call against Emery. Chatting going on between the two benches. Dan Weber and Brett Lockhart involved. Get a good look there from Aiden Vision. Take another look at the hit by Emery. Yep, right there on the number, so that's a textbook boarding call. Johnson will head out there to start this power play, so he seems to be no worse for wear. Prowlers have their top unit out there, and Johnson chatting with DeRazio, looks like. On the near side wing, you see DeRazio on the right of your screen looking at Alex Johnson, and DeRazio is the one that clears it down the ice right off the face-off. Although the conversations are continuing, it's Johnson and Stubbs as they head back down to the Prowlers zone. Millette wheels in, throws on the brakes. Johnson back up top to Millette. Favaro with Graham right in front, doesn't shoot. Over to Millette. Got it down low, tipped, save by Tomei, and he covers it with the glove. Artu Heikkila was right there hoping for a rebound chance. That puck was loose just for a moment as Heikkila got the redirect. Tomei got the glove down quicker than Heikkila could get his stick on it. Heikkila, a guy we highlighted at the top of the show as a guy who's trying to get out of an offensive funk here. Johnson steps in. Favaro, one-timer. Throws it too high off the glass, and it bounces past Millette. Johnson for Reggie Millette. Waits for help. Favaro right down Main Street, and the shot off of Kirkby's stick and up out of play. Just over a minute left to go in period number 2. We hope you'll tune in for the second intermission report right here on the PHP Network. Hope you'll tune in for the second intermission report here on the PHP Network. As Price's shot, that's blocked. Comes up for Thompson, short-handed. Ramakers couldn't get a good stick on it. Settled down for Anderson. Bondarenko stole it. Prowlers come back to prevent a short-handed chance. 1 second between power play clock and game clock here. Federley with a nice move at the red line. Lockhart all the way around. Blake Anderson with 22 to go in the period. Price takes a look over his shoulder. Tried to send it down deep, couldn't do it, and Binghamton clears. Federley, left wing side Favaro, and that will do it for the second period. Here in Binghamton, Black Bears get the only goal of the frame, and they lead it by a score of 3-1. Now the Black Bears being told to maybe a penalty coming up here against Gavin Yates. And he is stunned. May have said something to Reed Cooper as Cooper was heading off the ice. You see Cooper getting to his dressing room. Coming up on the PHP Network intermission report, highlights and analysis. So let's take another look. Maybe we can see what happened here. There's Cooper there on your right. This is while the period's still going. Favaro cleared it down. And then what happened after? Looks like we can't tell here, unfortunately. Cooper turned around. You see his head turn. They have 2 minutes up on the board, actually, for CJ Stubbs. We'll try and figure it all out and tell you about it during the intermission report here on the PHP Network. We'll also take a look at some highlights from this game so far, chat about it. Been a tight contest, although not tight in the shots on goal department. Also look at the out-of-town scores and much more. It's all coming up right here on the PHP Network. But Prowlers look like they will be starting the third with a man advantage and an opportunity to get themselves back within a goal. Well, secure your seats for the Prowlers' next home game. That will be December the 12th, 7:05 p.m. That is this upcoming Friday. The Prowlers take on the Indiana Sentinels, and they will be wearing specialty holiday-themed jerseys. It's also the Teddy Bear Toss, which is one of the great traditions in minor league sports. The Teddy Bear Toss with every team that many minor league hockey teams do. And the Prowlers score their first goal. Teddy bears and stuffed animals will be tossed on the ice by the fans, and all of them will be donated to children in need. Local hospitals and charities have already been lined up around St. Clair County. So we hope that you'll come out, bring some stuffed animals to toss on the ice and donate. And we are very, very excited for that one. Again, that is this upcoming Friday, December the 12th, 7:05 p.m. Get your tickets now at phprowlers.com/tickets, by phone at 810-985-6166. Scan the QR code on your screen now. It's online at phprowlers.com/tickets, by phone at 810-985-6166, or scan that QR code on your screen now to be part of the Teddy Bear Toss, one of the great traditions every single year. Prowlers trailing by 2 as we get set for period number 3. It's certainly an improvement from last night. We'll see if they can make a comeback here, and we will chat about this game so far next on the PHP Network.
Come on, guys, hop in.
We're not getting in that thing. That thing's gross.
Yeah, I wore my nice pants today. This thing could use a detail.
Well, I don't know. Do you know anybody who could detail a boat?
I think that guy could.
Hi, I'm Logan from Ballard's Detail. I can detail your boat.
From oxidized and faded to smooth and glossy, our professional compounding and waxing process will get your boat looking new again. Contact us today at 810-956-8318. Visit us on Facebook at Ballard's Detail LLC.
SMR Automotive Systems is part of the Motherson Group and a proud community sponsor of the Port Huron Prowlers. We are one of the largest manufacturers of rearview mirrors for passenger vehicles in the world, with local plants in Port Huron and Marysville. We strive to support our local communities and have positions available for various abilities and experience. Find out more about who we are at smr-automotive.com.
Hello, I'm home. There he is. What is happening? Relax. We won. They brought back the snack wrap. Spicy or ranch? Spicy. Yeah, go. Just one little bite. Can you stop? Oh, sorry.
Gather your crew. Snack Wrap is back.
This isn't working. LJ, pass me those flyers. No look behind the back pass. It's a whole play. I'll take. Come on. Gap up. Close the gap. Close the gap. What are we saying? This isn't working. We need a shift change. Let's bring in the professionals.
Head over to the Birchwood Mall for your shopping and entertainment needs. Hop on the carousel, shoot some hoops, or visit some of their great stores such as Gerlach's Woodworks, where they specialize in handcrafted wooden decorations. Add to your fan cave a Prowlers theme creation. Upgrade your bathroom at Luxury Bath Mobility Remodelers. They can fully customize your bath or shower to fit your needs, and they also do flooring. For the sports fan in your life, pick up a unique gift from Pro Edge Sports. Jam-packed with all kinds of memorabilia. There's something for everyone. And it's not a trip to the mall without Auntie Anne's pretzels. Grab a freshly made full-size cup of pretzel bites and wash it down with some frozen lemonade. At the Birchwood Mall, you can find this and more. Visit them on 24th Ave in Fort Gratiot.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Hi guys, we just stopped at Industrial Park Marathon to get some fuel and some snacks before the Prowlers game at McMorran.
Nice. Yeah, we just stopped by here at Industrial Park Marathon so I can get a Slurpee before the game.
Wait till after the game. If the Prowlers score 3 or more goals, Slurpees will be free.
Thanks for the info. I'm going to get my Slurpee after, but we'll see you at the Prowlers game.
See you at the game. Go Prowlers!
Yeah, I don't know about this one, fellas.
Boys, we don't overcome adversity by backing down. But yeah, I don't know about this one.
That's reassuring.
We're so screwed.
All right, boys. Here's the game plan. LJ, you start with bananas.
Wait, why do I have to do the bananas?
Because you're the softest on the team.
I don't want the bananas.
This thing is gonna melt. We gotta hurry up.
I won't do it.
Okay, both of you. I will do the bananas and the whipped cream. Fets, please continue.
Who's paying for this anyway?
I am. I just bought my tickets for the Prowlers game this weekend, and the Milk House gave me 25% off my order.
Fets, why'd you buy the tickets? You're literally on the team.
For the discount.
So are you all ready to give it a try?
Oh, we're ready.
It's true. Get 25% off your entire order at the Milk House, October through April. Simply show your ticket stubs at checkout and enjoy your discounted treat.
Hey there, Prowlers fans. Molly here again, back at McMorran Place. Let's go ahead and take a look at our upcoming schedule for the next couple weeks in December. I'll also be announcing our promo nights. On December 12th, we have our holiday jersey and teddy bear toss. This holiday season isn't complete without a teddy bear toss. When the Prowlers score their first goal, send those stuffies flying onto the ice to be donated. We're also bringing back holiday-themed jerseys to auction after the game. Next up on Saturday, December 13th, we'll be having Hockey Fights Hunger presented by Mobility Remodelers. Bring your non-perishable food donations to help us in the fight against hunger in our community. For the next weekend, December 19th, we have our Teacher Appreciation. It's all about schools as we recognize our local educators. Nominated teachers will be honored in a pregame ceremony, so nominate your favorite teachers on our Prowlers website. Next up, we have December 20th, which is going to be Santa Claus is Coming to Town featuring The Grinch. Santa Claus is making a stop here at McMorran Place to spread Christmas cheer, but keep an eye out for The Grinch. And Prowlers fans, we're going to go ahead and take a look at our out-of-town scores. First up, we have the PD Ice Cats versus the Thunderbirds. They went into overtime today, and the Thunderbirds took the win 1-2. From there, we have our Bobcats and the Hat Tricks. The Hat Tricks are currently in the lead with 1-0. Next up, we have our Rock Lobsters and River Dragons. Those Rock Lobsters currently have a score of 3 with River Dragons with 2. Next up, we have our Sentinels as well as the Watertown Wolves. Sentinels currently taking that lead with 4-1. Moving on, we have Zydeco and the Moccasins. Moccasins currently having that lead with 2-0. Next up, we have the Biloxi Breakers playing the Topeka Scarecrows, and the Breakers have that lead 2-0 currently. And we have our Prowlers as well as the Black Bears with a score of 3-1 in favor of the Black Bears. Moving on, we will do our current game stats for the Prowlers. And here we have goals. We have the Black Bears up by 3 with 1 goal for the Prowlers. Our shots on goal are 35 for the Black Bears and 7 for the Prowlers. Very big difference there. Now to the power plays. They are 0 for 5 for our Prowlers here and 3 for 9 in the Black Bears. And our penalties, are 20 minutes right now for our Prowlers. Hopefully we can keep them out of the box for this remaining period, and only 8 minutes for our Black Bears. Sending it to a break, and we'll be back with Will out in New York.
Welcome to the new era of Prowlers hockey. New owner, new store, new horn, fire, projectors on the ice. Yeah, this isn't your dad's McMorran experience. This is Prowlers hockey. Get your tickets for the show now at phprowlers.com/tickets.
Keep up with your Prowlers all season long on social media. Follow us on Facebook at the Port Huron Prowlers, Instagram at PH Prowlers, and Twitter at PH Prowlers. And you can find more information on our website, phprowlers.com.
Back here in Binghamton, Black Bears with a 3-1 lead on the Port Huron Prowlers through 40 minutes of play. Will Wiggleman back with you on the PHP Network. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. And despite the Prowlers trailing, it truly has been the Reed Cooper show tonight. He has made save after save after save. 32 of them he's been credited with tonight. You just take a look back at some of the ones he's had to make. There's one through traffic off a screenshot back in the first period. Here's another one with the Black Bears on the power play, stopping Durazio. They made a couple of 10 bell saves throughout this game as well. And there's the first real big one off a broken stick. Had to readjust and then had to reset for the shot from Stone at the point. We move on to the second period. And the Black Bears were wheeling around. This was one of his best stops on Sargis right on the back door. And he stretched out that glove to make that big save. And later in that second period, Zach Sirota trying to tuck it around, and Cooper kept the left pad down. Black Bears under constant attack, or Prowlers were under constant attack from the Black Bears as DeRazio got that opportunity that Cooper kicked aside. This was chaos. Don't think Cooper ended up making a save, but CJ Stubbs did push it wide, and then Cooper, there's the save from Cooper as he scrambled back to position. And then this one's the prettiest one so far as Cooper robs Stubbs, who had all kinds of net to look at. But there's still more as Cooper had to stretch across to make a save there on another rush by the Black Bears. And here comes Nick Swain one-on-one, and Cooper stayed right with him. Didn't hesitate, didn't make the first move. It continued to stay 2-1, thanks to Reed Cooper. And now here's where things got interesting, is he made the save on Kirkby there, and then Kirkby got dumped. Well, Kirkby fell onto Cooper, and the Prowlers had to peel Kirkby off of their goaltender. Play continued, and Gavin Yates shot the puck, and Cooper, with his blocker, somehow able to make the save. I don't know if that would have counted. I would like to think the Prowlers would have challenged, even if it did count, if Gavin Yates had scored there. And boy, what a difference this game could have been if that sequence had happened like that. If that puck ended up in the back of the net. We take another look. Cooper with a last-ditch desperation effort reached up the blocker, and he was able to make the save. And it stayed 2-1, but only for a few more moments, as later on in that sequence, Ivan Bondarenko able to slip it to Sirota, and eventually Black Bears able to break through Cooper and extend their lead to 3-1. And that is where we stand through 40 minutes of play. You saw it just moments ago when Molly talked about it. 35-7 are the shots in favor of the Binghamton Black Bears. Prowlers with 4 shots in the first, 3 in the second. And they've only had fewer than 5 shots in a period once this season. Coming into tonight, they've done it twice already. Fewest shots the Prowlers have had in a game this season came all the way back in October against the Topeka Scarecrows at McMorran Place when they had 27 shots, which is not really an egregiously low number. Unless they get 20 here in the third, then it will be likely an egregiously low number or something along those lines. So it should be an interesting final 20 minutes here, as the Prowlers and the Black Bears will be set to hit the ice once more coming up in just a few minutes. Prowlers looking to get off the schneid there on a season-long 3-game losing skid. Black Bears have won their last 7 in a row. And Prowlers trying not to drop below 500 on the road. They're 5-5 away from home this season, trying not to drop to 11-9. And you saw the score on our out-of-town scoreboard moments ago. The Scarecrows trailing the Biloxi Breakers 2-0 right now. And that's a good sign for the Prowlers, and we'll see if Port Huron can take advantage of that and make a comeback here. We will have the third period for you when we return to Binghamton right here on the PHP Network.
Welcome to the new era of Prowlers hockey. New owner, new store, new horn, fire, projectors on the ice. Yeah, this isn't your dad's McMorran experience. This is Prowlers hockey. Get your tickets for the show now at phprowlers.com/tickets.
Keep up with your Prowlers all season long on social media. Follow us on Facebook at the Port Huron Prowlers, Instagram at PH Prowlers, and Twitter at PH Prowlers. And you can find more information on our website, phprowlers.com.
Back here in Binghamton, getting set to go for the third period between the Prowlers and the Black Bears. Will Wiggleman back with you. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight. And in case you missed the intermission report, we'll take one last look at our current game stats before we drop the puck on period number 3. As you see the Prowlers, they're hitting the ice, followed by Aiden Vision. Take one last look at the stats. Black Bears scored all 3 of their goals on the man advantage, and I know it's such a big thing for the Prowlers about staying out of the box. They are the far and away leaders in the penalty minutes department in the FPHL, and it's biting them this weekend. It's biting them tonight against the Black Bears. Certainly something I will ask Prowlers Associate Head Coach Chris Paulin about, although I'll bet you there's more than one penalty that he was unhappy with on the bench. So we'll get his thoughts on that in the post-game show, of course, so you'll want to stick around through the end of our broadcast as always. Well, it's still 20 more minutes left to go. Prowlers will begin it on a power play as CJ Stubbs is in the box for unsportsmanlike conduct after an incident there at the end of that second period. The Prowlers with a chance to get a quick one and make it a 1-goal game. Their power play 0 for 5 so far. Dominic Tomei slots into the goal crease to our right. 6 saves on 7 shots. Reed Cooper, the goal crease to our left. He has made 32 of 35 stops. We are all set to go. Matt Graham and Tyson Kirkby to drop the puck. And we're back to action here in period number 3. Bobby Price wheels in. Got it around to Graham. Now Jansen works out, trying to delay. Over to Stone. And he'll send it in. Prowlers have to start over here. Millette wheeling ahead, has some space. Millette trying to curl back. Able to bounce it up to Favaro. Over to Johnson. Turns and sends it down to Price. Back up to Johnson. On goal, knocked down in front. Couple of whacks from Price. And Tomei able to make the save, it's cleared. Approaching the midway point of this power play for the Black Bears. Favaro gets in, off to Graham. On goal, deflected wide by Favaro. Graham takes in DeRazio, who's able to escape. Favaro able to block DeRazio from clearing it. Graham looking in front. Hakala was surrounded by all 4 penalty killers. And Graham couldn't get the pass through to him. Ivan Bondarenko wheeling back. Gave it away to Bucell, who came right off the Prowler bench. Here's Bucell working in, and a save by Tomei. He'll hang on. 30 seconds left on the penalty to CJ Stubbs. Reed Cooper is over by the Prowler bench. Looks like he's having a skate-related issue. You see the save there from Dominic Tomei, his 8th of the game. Jamison Bork, who is not dressed tonight, helping out Cooper with whatever his equipment issue is. Looks to be skate blade related, possibly. I don't want to speculate, but obviously speculation isn't as bad with equipment issues as it is with injury issues. It's like they put a bag, they've seen a bag there go on the ice, and those might be Reed Cooper's backup blades. So he may need a new skate blade. Port Huron finishing up a change here, it looks like. Let's take another look at the Tomei save. Cooper's got some fresh steel in, or whatever it was, and he's back to his goal crease, and we're set for a face-off down in the Binghamton end. Cooper testing things out, and the face-off is swept over to the near side corner. Price able to win it away from Ramacurs. Millette towards the net, deflected possibly, and it got through to May, who made the save. Favaro to Graham, bumped it up high. Johnson for Millette. Price thought about handing it off, harassed by Emery. Favaro couldn't slip by Emery, who stapled him to the boards. Penalty has expired, and it's stretched on for Stubbs. Johnson chasing. Stubbs had it poked away by Alex Johnson. Favaro takes over. Ahead, Millette hustling after it. So is Weber, and it will go all the way down for an icing. So the Prowlers power play still searching for answers. It stays a 3-1 game early on in this third period. The man on your screen there, Reggie Millette, has the only goal for the Prowlers all the way back in the first, but since then, 3 unanswered from the Black Bears. Port Huron with the first 3 shots of this third period, so they've hit double digits in the game. As Latlin tried to turn it straight up, Prowlers got a quick change in. Stubbs got it down to Kirkby. Back pass in front, knocked away by the paddle of Cooper. Bucell wheeling ahead. Lost the handle. I think he tried to make a pass there. Either way, here comes Bondarenko. Stepping around Oregon. In front, Cooper with the pad save. And he covers up as Stubbs able to slide it on net as he was tied up. And take another look here as Bondarenko dropped the shoulder, centered, and Stubbs couldn't get all he wanted on that shot. Cooper, though, able to get the pads down. Durazio floats it through. That was deflected by Sargis, and it hit Cooper. Sargis trying to escape from Oregon. Played it to an area where Yates scoops it up. Durazio with a shot, deflected again, and Cooper makes the save. Jansen was right in front. Durazio with the puck. Off to Stone. Rister, gloved, and held by Reed Cooper. Dan Stone looking for his second of this game, and more traffic in front of Cooper. A couple of times on that shift. Screenshots that change direction, and Reed Cooper able to track and find it. Poked around, Durazio to the net, kicked out by Cooper. Jansen trying to cut in, popped out to Yates, and it was knocked off his stick as the Prowlers collapsed to the slot. Durazio back down deep once again. Yates swoops in to steal from Favaro. Yates to the back door. That one caromed away. Jansen, Durazio trying to make a pass back across off a Prowler stick into the protective netting, out of play. Port Huron needs some relief here. Now we got a fresh 5 on the ice. And new line combination here. Graham, Price, and Blake Anderson in the spot that was typically occupied by Artu Hakala at the start of this game. We'll see if it's just for a shift or for the rest of this third period. You got 11 forwards, 5 defensemen the Prowlers are playing with tonight. in the absence of Ben Brockway. Ramakers pushed it up to Swain. Swain had some trouble with it, didn't get much on the pass, got through to Jesse Anderson. But the Black Bears offside at the Prowler line. Bit of a choppy start to this third period. Still 3-1 Black Bears. Bucell and Sirota will take the face-off. And they'll blow it dead and try again. Tied up, kicked out. Jesse Anderson tried to slip it ahead for Thompson. Oregon takes over. His pass ahead was interrupted. Delayed penalty coming up against the Prowlers. Interference signaled. And the Black Bears to their 10th power play of this game. They have scored all 3 of their goals on the man advantage. It's Matt Graham who's going to the box here. Or Tim Morgan, pardon me. Did not know why I said Graham. He knocked down the Black Bear away from the puck. Tim Morgan finding himself in the sin bin again. Up this space up, DeRazio walks the blue line. Yates to the right wing side, Stubbs. Kirkby up to Stubbs. Yates steps in, looks towards the net. Got it down to Jensen, gave it back. Yates quickly across, but Stubbs couldn't handle the hot feed. DeRazio scuttlebugs ahead. Drops it off for Stubbs. Gave it away. James trying to send Hakala in, but he's offsides. That puck just didn't settle down. It was on edge, and that threw off the timing, and the Prowlers unable to get off a short-handed breakaway. Here's Yates all the way around the net. Yates off to Stubbs. Back up high to Yates. DeRazio. Stubbs. Down to Kirkby. DeRazio at the point. Off for Yates. Centered out in front. DeRazio with it now. Shot stopped. Rebound batted around. And DeRazio not able to keep it in as it skipped on him. DeRazio working in. Had it poked off his stick. Favaro got it just out. Found a soft spot. 24 seconds left in the penalty to Oregon. Sirota hands it off for Yates. Stone outside Thompson. Stone driving the net. They couldn't get it to him. One more clear, and too many men on the ice against the Binghamton Black Bears here. So that will negate the final 7 seconds of the Binghamton power play. You see 4 there, and then there was 2 more on the bench. One came off and played the puck before the other one was off. We'll take a timeout here on the PHP Network.
Hi, what can I get for you?
I'd like some McMorrin fries, please.
All right, that's going to be $4. Okay.
She shoots, she scores with the new Prowlers debit card.
Don't you have somewhere to be? The game's on.
Get your Prowlers debit card only at Flagship Community Federal Credit Union, located on Lapeer Road in Port Huron. Flagship Federal Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA. back here in Binghamton. Prowlers will go to a power play in 7 seconds as Gavin Yates serves a too many men on the ice penalty for the second time in this game for his team. Off the draw, Millette tried to rip it quickly. That's how he scored in 4-on-4 action in the opening period, but that time it was sticked to the glass. Prowlers on the power play as Price's shot stopped, and Stone able to high flip it down ice. Favaro wheels ahead. Graham floats it across to Price. Bumped back to Johnson. Millette loads it up. Millette stick handling with it. Turns towards the net. Curls back. Got it to Johnson. Down to Price. Back up to Johnson. Millette, one-timer, swallowed up by Tomei. Prowlers get a good shot from Millette straight on. Graham was right in front, and it stuck to Dominic Tomei. Jesse Anderson off the glass all the way down, and Port Huron has to chase. Millette the only holdover from the first power play unit, as Federley had his pocket picked by Kirkby, tried to center. Kirkby sent it to the middle again, and Federley scoops it up and starts moving up ice. Here's Heikkila, and the Prowlers offside. .51 seconds left in the man advantage. Millette will stay out, and the rest of the other unit will join him. And oh, that was close. I think it was Jamie Bucell who just couldn't reach back. That's why you don't make moves at the blue line, kids, though. R2 Heikkila tried an extra stick handle, and that made it close enough that the linesman would call it. Favaro just trying to keep Stubbs from moving in shorthanded. Now Millette starts the engines. Had it taken away as he tried to dangle around Stubbs. Johnson regroups. Up to Millette. 3 Black Bears back. Millette cuts in. Had it chopped off his stick. Favaro keeps it alive. Favaro works in. He shoots, and it's blocked. Comes off the back glass right to Jesse Anderson. And Johnson with a good play to keep the puck alive. Graham looking in front. Went off to Price. Now to Millette. Price to Favaro. Down low Johnson, centered for Graham. Couldn't get a good touch on it. They try and stretch for Yates out of the box, but Favaro got in the middle of that pass. Favaro muscled off by Kirkby, and here comes Yates. Yates working in, and James came back to lift Gavin Yates' stick. This one will go all the way down, no icing here. There was plenty of activity in front of the benches as the puck was moving that way, but it got all the way through. DeRazio up to Sargis. DeRazio to the net. And Cooper clutches it to his chest. He'll hang on for a whistle and a face-off. You see Kirkby tackling Favaro there. That was in front of the benches earlier, right before that puck went down towards the Black Bears end. Mac Jansen up to DeRazio. Shot towards the net. Was partially blocked. Got there, but Sargis couldn't get a shot away. He was tied up by Morick. Sargis trying to shake away from Morick. Tried to pop it out in front. DeRazio, back pedal, sent it on. Sticked away by Cooper. And Reed Cooper grabbing his left leg here. He'll hang on for a whistle and a face-off. And Cooper's in some discomfort. Cooper trying to stretch out that left leg. You could see immediately when he slid over right there, and he starts grabbing that left leg. Bridget Smith, the Prowlers trainer, out there to check on Cooper. See there, he's grabbing his leg, trying to stay with the play. Bailey Huber is the backup goaltender tonight. Alex Johnson, the Prowlers assistant coach, is over there in the corner to have a word with Huber, make sure he's ready. Bridget back to the Prowler bench, looking for some supplies before she goes back out to check on Cooper. Again, you see him grabbing his left leg here. Right after that shot, grabs that left leg with the glove hand, still holding it. And he's able to get back in position. You see Bailey Huber there, the Prowlers' backup goaltender, getting instructions from the linesman. As they say in baseball, Bailey Huber up and moving around. Looks like Cooper is going to stay in. Gavin Yates has 1 foot in the penalty box, by the way, outside of all of this. I don't know if that means something or not. There's Yates, reluctant to go in if he's supposed to. Now he'll take the step, and we'll see if the Prowlers are getting a power play here. Doesn't appear so, so Gavin Yates might be lost for the next 10 minutes, may have gotten a misconduct. We'll let you know as soon as it comes down on my sheet here. Indeed, it is a 10-minute unsportsmanlike conduct against Gavin Yates, so he will be gone for basically the rest of this third period. They'll try this puck drop again. Off the face-off, here's Chichu Latlin. Getting it down deep. Thompson taken in by Bucell. Thompson goes sprawling down to the ice. It's tossed out. Latlin backpedaling. Watched by Millette. No icing here, so Cooper takes a look over both shoulders. He'll go forehand. He hit the referee. Bucell tried to keep him moving towards Federley. And it came up high. Sargis lost the handle under pressure from Federley. Sargis getting to the net. Across to Jansen. He had the entire net to shoot at, and he sent it over the glass. Tough to miss. Much worse than that. But the Black Bears' leading goal scorer just did, as the pass came all the way to the backside, and maybe Brett Morick's stick got involved, but either way, it stays 3-1. We'll take a timeout here on the PHP Network.
Discover everything banking should be with Advia Credit Union, like earning real financial advantages. You can earn up to $1,000 with your new account. Plus, save an average of nearly $4,000 in interest when refinancing. Get started with a low-rate credit card balance transfer. Enjoy easy access to your money anytime, anywhere. Make the switch today at adviacu.org/real people. Advia Credit Union. Real advantages for real people.
Back here in Binghamton, past the midway point of period 3, it's still a 3-1 lead for the Binghamton Black Bears. Gavin Yates now is exiting the ice and heading to the Binghamton dressing room. Not sure why that would be, unless that unsportsmanlike conduct became a game misconduct. They do need someone to sit in the box for 10 minutes. Yates has gone off the ice, and Brant Sherwood is having a conversation with the officials. And the officials are saying that Sherwood needs to send somebody over. That's referee Justin Crawford chatting with Sherwood. I don't know if Yates elected to get off the ice, or looked like Kirkby directed him to get off the ice. Really unsure of what's going on here. Gavin Yates is coming back. And now Gavin Yates is skating back to the penalty box. Wonder if he at least turned on the showers while he was back there. We got a face-off here between Matt Graham and Zach Sirota. Deep in the Prowlers zone. Swept up to the point. D'Orazio on goal. That was blocked. And Cooper will cover it up. And now the Binghamton Black Bears fans calling out referee Justin Crawford by name. Emerson Emery swings it down and around. Comes all the way to the other side. Heikkila ahead to Price. Tapped in. D'Orazio around the net. Chased by Price. Reverse for Stone. Emery has a man streaking at Swain. Decides for a cross-corner dump. Tipped out by Heikkila. Stone bats it right back in. Favaro all the way ahead to Bucell. Poked it away from D'Orazio. Bucell riding D'Orazio around the net. Stubbs trying to stick handle through a few Prowlers, and Port Huron takes over. This one got through everyone. No icing. DeCumbus hustling after it. Stone gets back to pitchfork it around in Bondarenko's direction. Bondarenko, little head fake. Tried to go around the net, had his stick lifted. Millette pulls it away from Kirkby. 3-on-2 for the Prowlers. Could be a 4-on-2. Lockhart in front, and he missed the pass. He was looking for Millette, and here comes Bondarenko on the counter with Stubbs. Hands it off. Stubbs looking for Kirkby, and he couldn't handle the bouncing puck. Federley bangs it in deep. Tomei hands off for Ramekers. Stubbs, pass was behind Jesse Anderson. Prowlers get back in on the forecheck. Anderson played it right up into James. Morick took a hit from Sargis. Morick trying to kick it along. To a side scrum. Pinned right back on that kick plate again. Sargis trying to dig it free, and he does. And up comes Garrett Sargis in a 3-on-3 rush. Wraps it around. Parsons gets to it on the other side. Hustling ahead away from Thompson. Batted back out. Here comes Jansen. Johnson trying to cut him off. Jansen, handoff. Latlin in front. That hit a foot. I think it was belonging to Luke James. And didn't go in the net. Here's Heikkila. He'll send it down deep. Jansen moved it around. And it's batted out of the zone. Sargis will win the race to it. Here comes Sargis. Put on a spin move. Back to Thompson and a sliding block by R2 Heikkila. Pass back in front. Off a leg and out to center. Latlin tried to send Jansen in. Pass was in his feet. Here comes Price with Organ. Price a shot, and Tomei got a piece. DeCumbis back on net. That missed wide. Bobby Price pitchforks it over to Favaro. Has to settle it down. Couldn't. Here's Swain all alone. And Cooper shuts him down. Sirota cycling for Swain. DeCumbis tries to chip it up the boards. Stone on goal off the back glass. Parsons takes in Swain. Here's Favaro sweeping it up the boards. Bounced out, and it's DeCumbis. Working into the offensive zone, looking for Millette. That didn't work. Stone for DeRazio. Now Lockhart, pardon me. Trying to poke it away from Kirkby. Time continues to tick down on the Prowlers here. Under 6 to play in period 3. They trail by 2. Here's a turnover. Kirkby on his backhand rows it up out of play. Well, the Prowlers are on the ice, so grab a glass of Proper 12 Irish whiskey. Proper 12, the official shot of the Port Huron Prowlers. Please drink responsibly. So much going on. Let's take a look back at the shot by Swain. And Reed Cooper kicked out that left leg. That was the leg he was holding earlier on in this period when he had to get attended to by the Prowlers training staff. He was able to make the save that time. Shot by Jesse Anderson off a stick and wide. Price off the boards, couldn't get it out as his stick failed him. Anderson centered, and it lands with Graham, who's just able to toss it ahead. Price has to go off for a change with his stick in 2 pieces still down there on the ice. Oregon retrieves, thinks for Johnson. James, Bucell trying to move ahead, played it to an area. Millette skates to it. Millette to the net. Had his stick lifted at the last moment. Kirkby harassed by Millette. Couple of touch passes, gets it to Stubbs. Oregon gloves that puck down. Black Bears in the midst of a change. Here comes Bucell with Millette. Drops it off. Oregon tees it up. And a save by Tomei. Sargis the other way. Save, rebound, another stop by Cooper. The light went on like a Christmas tree, but it's no goal. Both the red and green lights went on behind Reed Cooper, but the puck never went in the net. There's another save by Cooper, who's without his goal stick. And the rebound swept away. Add that to the highlight reel for Reed Cooper tonight. Pitchforked up the boards. Latlin, Weber, down to Thompson, back up high. Latlin again, winds, shoots. That was batted back. Weber lets it go through traffic, didn't get through to Cooper. Favaro for Lockhart. On to R2 Heikkila. Emerson Emery tries to turn it the other way, and he gets it down deep. Parsons works ahead. DeCumbis. Right wing side, it's Millette. Throws on the brakes. Collapsed on by 2 Black Bears. Try to get to DeCumbis. DeRazio around the net. A couple of Prowlers ran into each other, and here comes Swain with Emery. Swain tried to slide it down deep, back on it, put it out in front, and a penalty coming up against the Prowlers, slashing the call, and that puts a big damper on Port Huron's comeback hopes. We'll have a Binghamton power play when we come back, but we're still not done. As Parsons trying to get Swain to take the bait, he won't. Black Bears power play when we return.
Discover 1195 Gastropub in Marysville. Burgers, pizzas, apps, and pub favorites like filet mignon and grilled salmon. Open Monday to Friday, 4 to 9 p.m., weekends 12 to 9 p.m. Join us for happy hour, Monday to Thursday. Enjoy half-off bottles of wine every Wednesday, and don't miss Thirsty Thursday with $4 draft beers. Great food, cold drinks, good times. That's $11.95 Gastro Pub.
It's time to wake up on the sunrise side of Michigan. Wake up to beautiful beaches. Wake up to vibrant urban landscapes. Wake up to unique eats. Wake up to charming coastal towns. Wake up to cozy entertainment. Wake up to Michigan's Thumb Coast. Plan your perfect wake-up call using bluewater.org.
We invite you to tune in to our next broadcast. That will be this Friday, December the 12th, when the Prowlers host the Indiana Sentinels. Puck drop scheduled for 7:05 p.m., and the pregame show starts at 6:50. It's all right here on the PHP Network. But don't sit on your couch and get FOMO. Be sure to get to McMorran Place and participate in Teddy Bear Toss Night. There's my sister and her boyfriend Andrew. Say hi to my family there. Able to come up for this game. Let's take another look at that save from Reed Cooper. Before the penalty, both Millette is sitting in the box. Nothing has gone up on the board yet. See, Cooper makes the first save. Jansen bats it out of the air, and Cooper with his blocker throws his hand at it. The red light went on. The green light also flashed on for a moment. That didn't go in the net, and there's a great look at it. Cooper and James combining to make sure that puck didn't go in.
Attention fans, the goal light that came on at 4:25 was reviewed by the referees and was determined to be no goal.
So the Black Bears on the power play here. As DeRazio's shot blocked, Port Huron will have to take some chances shorthanded. Nick Favaro doing just that. Favaro works in on DeRazio. Sharp angle try was knocked down by Temeg. Bondarenko drops it off for Stubbs. And loud cheers for penalty to Reggie Millette. Here's DeCumbis trying to work ahead. DeCumbis takes it away from a Black Bear, taken down, and that's a penalty. We'll have 4-on-4. So at the very least, Vinny DeCumbis able to get it back to even strength here, and the Prowlers' glimmer of hope is back. Mac Jansen just got his stick in DeCumbis' skates. We'll get some 4-on-4 action and a puck drop in Tomei's end. This will become a Prowlers power play at some point. So Port Huron has called timeout here. 4-on-4. There's another look at that blocker save by Cooper. And that might be his best of the night. Which, if you've been watching so far, he's had about a full top 10 list of saves. Oh my goodness. No matter how this one ends, I think Reed Cooper has to be our Gunther Graphics player of the game. He has played outstanding and given his team a chance tonight. Every bit the FPHL Goaltender of the Month for October-November. Cooper will be on the bench here, so it'll be a 5-on-4 attack for the Prowlers. And then it will be 6-on-4 in a minute 17 unless something changes. Reggie Millette, though, one of their top power play guys, is not available as he's still in the box. It's cleared down to the empty net and wide. And that is an icing on Tyson Kirkby. Stick around for the postgame show here on the PHP Network. We will take a look at some highlights from this one, final game stats. We'll get you locker room reaction as well. So keep it locked in here on the PHP Network. Should be exciting to talk to our Gunther Graphics Player of the Game and Associate Head Coach Chris Paulin. Favaro backhands it down deep. Graham keeps it moving. Price locked up with Stone behind the net. Johnson able to lift a stick and get to it. Price trying to pull it out of Kirkby's skates. Hard off the glass. Favaro hustling down along with Stubbs, and Favaro won the race, and that's another icing. Again, it is 5-on-4, but the Prowlers have an empty net, so it's technically 4-on-4 action, and that's why the Black Bears keep getting called for icings. Not like earlier in this game when the Black Bears were called for an icing even though they were short a man. Up this space up, tied up. They get to the point to Federley. Lockhart looking for Price. And that one off a Black Bear stick. Johnson taken down. He's back on his skates. Federley fanned on the one-timer, but a delayed penalty was coming up. And now Tyson Kirkby to the box. It's a 4-on-3 power play, and with the empty net, a 5-on-3 for the Prowlers, and an unbelievable opportunity. You see Johnson there was taken down right along the boards. Federley completely whiffed on the one-timer. It didn't matter. As soon as Kirkby touched the puck, the penalty was called. The Prowlers being given all the chances in the world here. As Price pulls it off the wall, Favaro's shot blocked by a sliding D'Orazio. Federley got it to Johnson. Hands off for Federley. Prowlers need 2. There's a minute to go. Johnson couldn't handle that pass, did keep it in. Favaro down low to Graham, trying to settle the puck down. Up to Favaro. Picks his spot. Johnson one-timer. It's blocked by Stubbs. Now a 6-on-3 with Millette out of the box. Favaro down to Graham. Favaro catch and shoot, and Tomei the save. I believe the Prowlers up to 9 power play opportunities now, with these 2 counted. There's a good chance for Nick Favaro that Tomei was able to hold on to. Prowlers with Federley, Lockhart, Price, Graham, Millette, and Organ. Double the number of players the Black Bears have on the ice. Sargis, Anderson, and Stone. But they do need 2 goals. Federley pulls it off the draw. Slips it down to the corner. Graham bumps it up high to Millette. Down to Federley. Prowlers need to hurry here. They do need 2. Federley, Millette walks the line. Organ quickly across to Federley. Taps it to Millette. Organ lets it go, and a save to May. 14 seconds left to go. Graham up high, Millette. Over to Organ. Down to Price. Takes the shot and rows it into the protective netting, out of play. This game is effectively over. Lots of passing around, but Prowlers unable to find a shooting lane in a 6-on-3. Once again, coming up on the post-game show, we will hear from the Prowlers locker room and our Gunther Graphics Player of the Game, along with much more from our McMorran Place studio. So do stick around here on the PHP Network after these final 4 seconds. Off the draw. They can't get it back to the net. And the Black Bears survive a 3-1 win here tonight. Prowlers swept for the first time this season. And they have lost 4 in a row. And they have also scored just 1 goal in each of those 4 games as the Black Bears celebrate. Final shots 49-16 in favor of Binghamton, as the Bears absolutely dominated the Prowlers in the shots on goal department. Scored 4 unanswered. And Port Huron unable to make any kind of a comeback in this third period, despite putting 9 shots on net in the final 20 minutes. They finished with 16 in this game, the fewest that they have had in any game so far this season. They will crawl back to Port Huron licking their wounds. We hope you'll be there for that game. That is December the 12th, this Friday, Teddy Bear Toss Night at McMorran. 7:05 p.m. puck drop and a 6:50 pregame right here on the PHP network. But again, be there in the arena for that one. For one of the great traditions in minor league hockey. You won't get that at the NHL level. The Teddy Bear Toss is so very special to minor league hockey. But once again, stick around for the post-game show. We'll get highlights from our McMorran Place studios. You can probably watch the Reed Cooper highlight reel over and over and over again. We'll also take a look at the final stats from this game, the out-of-town scores, and much more. And if you stick around till the end, you will be rewarded by hearing from Prowlers Associate Head Coach Chris Paulin, as well as our Gunther Graphics Player of the Game. But again, the Prowlers fall tonight by a final score of 3-1. Post-game show is next.
Are you sick of asking somebody else to live your own life? I'm Josh with the Franchise Guys. If you're ready to quit your job or build your empire, I'll help you trim down my 800 franchise brand partnerships down to a few that fit you, fit your goals, and fit your budget. With options from senior care to airplane detailing, there's an opportunity for you. Owning a franchise can have up to a 90% success rate. That's better than job security. With the systems and support of a franchise, you won't be making all those costly mistakes as you would if you started your own business from scratch. And with options as low as $6,000 to get your own job-replacing business, there's no better option for you than to book a free call with me and my team. Visit GoFranchiseGuys.com. Stop dreaming about a better life and go live it.
This isn't working. LJ, pass me those flyers. No look behind the back pass. It's a whole play. LJ, come on. Gap up. Close the gap. Close the gap. What are we saying? This isn't working. We need a shift change. Let's bring in the professionals.
Yeah, I don't know about this one, fellas.
Boys, we don't overcome adversity by backing down. But yeah, I don't know about this one.
That's reassuring.
We're so screwed.
All right, boys. Here's the game plan. LJ, you start with bananas.
Wait, why do I have to do the bananas?
Because you're the softest on the team.
I don't want the bananas.
This thing is gonna melt. We gotta hurry up.
I won't do it.
Okay, both of you. I will do the bananas and the whipped cream. Fets, please continue.
Who's paying for this anyway?
I am. I just bought my tickets for the Prowlers game this weekend, and the Milk House gave me 25% off my order.
Fets, why'd you buy the tickets? You're literally on the team.
For the discount.
So are you all ready to give it a try?
Oh, we're ready.
It's true. Get 25% off your entire order at the Milk House, October through April. Simply show your ticket stubs at checkout and enjoy your discounted treat.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Hi guys, we just stopped at Industrial Park Marathon to get some fuel and some snacks before the Prowlers game at McMorran.
Nice. Yeah, we just stopped by here at Industrial Park Marathon so I can get a Slurpee before the game.
Wait till after the game. If the Prowlers score 3 or more goals, Slurpees will be free.
Thanks for the info. I'm going to get my Slurpee after, but we'll see you at the Prowlers game.
See you at the game. Go Prowlers!
Hey Prowlers fans, Molly here with our team back at McMorran Place. Let's go ahead and get started with our post-game show here. Let's go ahead and rediscuss our schedule just in case anyone hasn't heard it. Upcoming, we have the Indiana Sentinels coming back here to McMorran Place to play our Prowlers on the 12th and the 13th. The following weekend, we'll be playing the Blue Ridge Bobcats, my apologies, on the 19th and the 20th. We would absolutely love to have all of our fans here for these upcoming promos as well. On the 12th, as you've heard from myself and Will, we'll be doing our holiday jerseys and teddy bear toss. So fun, so enjoyable. Make sure you get your tickets on our website. After that, we'll be doing our Hockey Fights Hunger presented by Mobility Remodelers, and that'll be on December 13th. Moving on to the next weekend, we have our Teacher Appreciation Night, which will be on December 19th with puck drop at 7:05 p.m. And lastly here, we have our Santa Claus is Coming to Town featuring The Grinch on December 20th with a 6:05 puck drop. We would love to give a plug to our coach's show, which will be at Wings Etc. at 6:30 p.m. on both the 10th and the 17th. Make sure to wear your favorite Prowlers merch and get a discount on your order. Let's go ahead and move on to our one goal that was scored tonight here by Reggie Millette in the first period, our one and only score of the game. We're so proud of our Prowler here. Let's go ahead and take a look at that replay again here. And great job for Reggie. Moving forward, we have our out-of-town scores. And let's take a look. Our Ice Cats and Thunderbirds once again have a final score of 2-1 in favor of the Thunderbirds. Our Blue Ridge and Danbury teams are still in the second period with a tie. We have 2-2 for both the Bobcats and the Hat Tricks. Moving on to the Rock Lobsters and the River Dragons, we have a final score of 6-2, once again in favor of the Rock Lobsters. Moving forward, we have the Sentinels against Watertown Wolves, and they still continue on in the third period with a current score of 6-2 in favor of Indiana. Zydeco and Moccasins have been playing a game tonight, and they are still in their second period here with a score of 4-1 with the Moccasins in the lead. Moving on to Biloxi and Topeka. They are currently in their second period here with Biloxi Breakers taking the lead with a 3-0 score. And finally, our Prowlers versus the Black Bears. Black Bears taking the win with a 3-1 score. Moving forward, let's go ahead and take a look at our final stats here for the Prowlers. We have goals, like I just said, 3-1 in favor of the Black Bears. Shots on goal, we have a vast difference here with 49 shots on goal by the Black Bears and 16 from the Prowlers. Huge shout out to Cooper there for making all those saves. Now into our power play, we have 0 for 9 for our Prowlers here, as well as 3 for 11 for the Black Bears. And last off, our penalty minutes are even here with 24 for the Prowlers, as well as 24 for the Black Bears. Now let's go ahead and take a quick break here before we return to Binghamton with Will. He's going to go ahead and chat with our player of the game as well as associate head coach Chris Paulin.
Hockey is like a business. One missed pass can derail the perfect plan. Have Taft Consulting help you get your whole team on the same page. They have the expertise to help you follow through on all your goals. Find out how they can help you today by emailing taftconsulting@outlook.com.
What's more authentic than a Hungry Howie's Detroit-style pizza? Nothing. We're not playing around with the pizza of our birthplace. Thick crust, cheese to the edge, sauce on the top. Where it belongs. We've seen a lot of fakes out there. Not here. This is authentic Detroit-style pizza. Order yours now online for $12.99. We sauce the top and rep for the 313 everywhere. We do bold. Hungry Howie's.
SMR Automotive Systems is part of the Motherson Group and a proud community sponsor of the Port Huron Prowlers. We are one of the largest manufacturers of rearview mirrors for passenger vehicles in the world, with local plants in Port Huron and Marysville. We strive to support our local communities and have positions available for various abilities and experience. Find out more about who we are at smr-automotive.com.
Hello, I'm home.
There he is.
What is happening?
Relax. We won. They brought back the snack wrap. Spicy or ranch?
Spicy.
Yeah, go. Yeah. Just one little bite.
Can you stop?
Oh, sorry.
Gather your crew. Snack wrap is back.
Now let's go ahead and take a look at a package of Cooper's incredible saves tonight. Hey Prowlers fans, we hope you enjoyed that replay package just as much as we did here. We're going to take a quick break before we return to Binghamton, where we'll see our Gunther Graphics Player of the Game, Reed Cooper, as well as our Associate Head Coach, Chris Paulin, talk to Will about tonight's game.
Hockey is like a business. One missed pass can derail the perfect plan. Have Taft Consulting help you get your whole team on the same page. They have the expertise to help you follow through on all your goals. Find out how they can help you today by emailing taftconsulting@outlook.com.
What's more authentic than a Hungry Howie's Detroit-style pizza? Nothing. We're not playing around with the pizza of our birthplace. Thick crust, cheese to the edge, sauce on the top. Where it belongs. We've seen a lot of fakes out there. Not here. This is authentic Detroit-style pizza. Order yours now online for $12.99. We sauce the top and rep for the 313 everywhere. We do bold. Hungry Howie's!
SMR Automotive Systems is part of the Motherson Group and a proud community sponsor of the Port Huron Prowlers. We are one of the largest manufacturers of rearview mirrors for passenger vehicles in the world, with local plants in Port Huron and Marysville. We strive to support our local communities and have positions available for various abilities and experience. Find out more about who we are at smr-automotive.com.
Hello, home.
There he is.
What is happening?
Relax. We won. They brought back the snack wrap. Spicy or ranch?
Spicy.
Yeah, go. Yeah. Just one little bite.
Can you stop?
Oh, sorry.
Gather your crew. Snack Wrap is back.
Welcome to the new era of Prowlers hockey. New owner, new store, new horn, fire, projectors on the ice. Yeah, this isn't your dad's McMorrin experience. This is Prowlers hockey. Get your tickets for the show now at phprowlers.com/tickets.
Keep up with your Prowlers all season long on social media. Follow us on Facebook at the Port Huron Prowlers, Instagram at PHProwlers, and Twitter at PHProwlers. And you can find more information on our website, phprowlers.com.
Are you sick of asking somebody else to live your own life? I'm Josh with the Franchise Guys. If you're ready to quit your job or build your empire, I'll help you trim down my 800 franchise brand partnerships down to a few that fit you, fit your goals, and fit your budget. With options from senior care to airplane detailing, there's an opportunity for you. Owning a franchise can have up to a 90% success rate. That's better than job security. With the systems and support of a franchise, you won't be making all those costly mistakes as you would if you started your own business from scratch. And with options as low as $6,000 to get your own job-replacing business, there's no better option for you than to book a free call with me and my team. Visit GoFranchiseGuys.com. Stop dreaming about a better life and go live it.
This isn't working. LJ, pass me those flyers. No look behind the back pass. It's a whole play. I'll take. Come on. Gap up. Close the gap. Close the gap. What are we saying? This isn't working. We need a shift change. Let's bring in the professionals.
Yeah, I don't know about this one, fellas.
Boys, we don't overcome adversity by backing down. But yeah, I don't know about this one.
That's reassuring.
We're so screwed.
All right, boys. Here's the game plan. LJ, you start with bananas.
Wait, why do I have to do the bananas?
Because you're the softest on the team.
I don't want the bananas.
This thing is gonna melt. We gotta hurry up.
I won't do it.
Okay, both of you. I will do the bananas and the whipped cream. Fets, please continue.
Who's paying for this anyway?
I am. I just bought my tickets for the Prowlers game this weekend, and the Milk House gave me 25% off my order.
Fets, why'd you buy the tickets? You're literally on the team.
For the discount.
So are you all ready to give it a try?
Oh, we're ready.
It's true. Get 25% off your entire order at the Milk House, October through April. Simply show your ticket stubs at checkout and enjoy your discounted treat.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Hi guys, we just stopped at Industrial Park Marathon to get some fuel and some snacks before the Prowlers game at McMorran.
Nice. Yeah, we just stopped by here at Industrial Park Marathon so I can get a Slurpee before the game.
Wait till after the game. If the Prowlers score 3 or more goals, Slurpees will be free.
Thanks for the info. I'm going to get my Slurpee after, but we'll see you at the Prowlers game.
See you at the game. Go Prowlers!
Back here in Binghamton, thank you all for your patience as we were grabbing some sound from Reed Cooper, our Gunther Graphics player of the game, as well as Prowlers associate head coach Chris Paulin after the 3-1 loss for the Prowlers to the Binghamton Black Bears tonight here in Binghamton. And first, we will hear in just a moment from our Gunther Graphics player of the game, Reed Cooper. And let's hear from him now. With tonight's Gunther Graphics player of the game, Reed Cooper. And, first of all, just to bounce back after a game like last night, much better effort tonight. Coach Paulin talked about that. What did you think from the goal crease?
The biggest thing was just battling and competing on every single puck. Had to give the boys a chance to win. I care a lot about this group, and it's a good rivalry between us and Binghamton, and it's not too hard to get up for those games. So I was kind of just taking a shot at a time, and yeah.
Saw you grab your leg there in the third period. You feeling all right?
Yeah, I was cramping a little bit in the calf area. Yeah, just got some mustard in me, and it helped a little bit. So yeah, I was cramping a bit.
How do you turn your focus back home next weekend at the Sentinels coming up? How do you again turn the page and start to move on?
Yeah, we just got to reset. I think we know it works for us. I think we just need to get a little bit more consistent with it. And obviously we can't take any team lightly. We saw what happened Friday night's game against Indiana at home there. So we just got a big week of practice and preparation, get ready for those guys.
It's our Gunther Graphics player of the game. Gunther Graphics, your go-to guy for logos, websites, and branding. Thank you.
Thank you.
There you go. And that was Reed Cooper, who, despite the loss tonight, a heroic performance, 46 saves on 49 shots. And he got all the praise in the world from Prowlers Associate Head Coach Chris Paulin, who we will hear from next. But an excellent performance from Cooper despite the Prowlers falling here tonight in Binghamton. But let's hear from Coach Paulin. With Prowlers Associate Head Coach Chris Paulin following the 3-1 loss to the Binghamton Black Bears. Coach, swept this weekend. What did you learn? You talked about yesterday learning from these kinds of experiences. What did you learn after getting swept here?
Yeah, I'm not going to address yesterday's game. That was yesterday. So tonight, if you want to talk about tonight, we can talk about tonight. I'm very proud of the effort from the guys tonight. Execution, we have a lot to improve upon, and we know that. Some of the stuff we've installed and they're slowly building are going to come in handy when we're very good at it in a couple months. It takes time. But what a commitment, what a commitment from our group tonight to play Prowler hockey. Guys gave everything they had. You saw it in the very first shift of the game. Reggie, one of the leaders on our team, huge hit, set the tone. I thought he was fantastic all night. One of his best games he's played probably since he's come back from his injury. He played a lot of big minutes for us as well. And then obviously our leader between the pipes, fantastic. I mean, one of the best goaltending efforts I've ever seen.
Yeah, let's talk about Reed Cooper. He kept you in the game. He got seen by Prowlers trainer Bridget Smith later in that game. Everything all right? Everything not too bad?
Yeah, that's what it looks like to want to win. That's what it looks like to compete and want to win. That's the type. Whether you're a 4D goalie, that type of effort and battle. That's what it looks like when you feel inside of you that you need to win, and that you'll do whatever it takes to win. When they fall on our goalie for 10 seconds and there's no goalie interference, we miss it, and he throws his blocker up and he's competing with a guy all draped all over him. I mean, that's what being a Prowler is. I don't care what position you are. I'm very proud of his effort. That is the man he's become on and off the ice, and he's going to continue to do it for us, and he's going to set the tone for the rest of our players because I can promise you we'll have a group of guys, and we're getting there, but a group of guys that have that much urge, that much will to win. And if we do that, we're going to continue to find success here as we go through the second half of the season.
And you guys are a defense-first team, but offensively, 4-game losing streak, 1 goal in each of those 4 games, season low shots tonight. What needs to change offensively to find the back of the net?
This is a good team we played tonight. That's a good team. It's a very, very confident group over there. They've had a lot of success this season. They make you pay for mistakes. So to create offense, a lot of other teams in the league will let you have offense. You have to earn offense. And there's things tactically that we've been working on as a group, especially the last month here, that we haven't gotten good enough at yet to have sustained offense against a team like that. They're good. I give them credit. They found a way to fit all those guys in the salary cap, which I'm impressed with. It was a great job by them. And but we're coming. We're going to be a lot better team here. We're going to, I think it's nice that they're very fat and happy over there. I know there's a lot of hungry guys in that room, and we know what we need to do. We know where we need to be.
6-on-3 there late in the final couple of minutes. Only a couple shots on net. Were you guys looking for the perfect look?
Yeah. We had a couple perfect looks that we passed out of. I wasn't sure what, the game happens fast. Guys I think there's a couple reads that guys would have liked to have back. We had a couple looks that were perfect that we wanted and passed out of them. Then their goalie made a couple saves to his credit. And then Bobby had a good look at the end and then shot it out of play, just rolled on him. But the guys competed. Right now, what I want to focus on with the group is the week these guys had, and yesterday being the worst game I've seen us play all season by a margin, and then to come back with that type of commitment. You saw the penalties, too. How many times we were killing penalties? I mean, regardless, good call, bad call, these guys continued to battle. They have a good power play. And these guys competed. They competed very hard. The bench was going. I said it in the locker room after. We had guys that were playing every other shift. We had guys that didn't play for 10 minutes at a time. Everyone was going. Everyone was locked in and focused. There was never a doubt in our belief on the bench. I think there were times in the game where we did exactly what we wanted to do. But for us to be consistent at that, we need to get better at it. For us to have the level of consistency is mastery, right? We haven't mastered some of the things we need to get very, very good at. And once we do, it'll be a different game.
All right, Coach. We'll see you at home next week.
You got it.
And that was Prowlers Associate Head Coach Chris Paulin following the 3-1 loss to the Binghamton Black Bears here tonight. Once again, our next broadcast will be on Friday, December the 12th. Prowlers hosting the Indiana Sentinels on Teddy Bear Toss Night. So be sure to grab a stuffed animal, get yourself out to McMorran Place, but if you can't make it, we hope to see you here on the PHP Network. Tonight's broadcast was produced and directed by Christian Jackson. Aiden Bricker was here running our secondary camera. Thank you to the Binghamton Black Bears for the use of their main camera. And Sean Detvey was helping us out with the score bugs and other graphics here this evening. Before Molly Urquhart back in our McMorran Place studios, I'm Will Wiggleman saying thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you next time on the PHP Network.